überleben.
Hallo, ja,
Sex ist
ich bin
überleben.
hier gerade in der Nähe von Eschenbach.
Oh yeah, 8 hours ago. That's a
Ich
good.
belästige niemanden, ich werde belästigt.
Das ist
Oh.
fein, das ist fein, ja.
Okay? Ich will
hab
einfach
alles
nur,
auf
ich will einfach nur
Keine
Liebe,
Verletzung,
ich
aber
will
der
Liebe,
will nicht
ich will
gehen, der
Liebe
will-
und Zuneigung, aber es wird mir nicht gegeben. Ich muss für mein Überleben kämpfen. Wenn das Gesetz dem Überleben nicht dient, dann bringt das Gesetz nichts mehr.
Dein Überleben hängt nicht dran, dass du mit mir schläfst, wirklich nicht.
Natürlich.
Natürlich nicht.
Doch, wenn ich keinen Sex habe als Mann, dann fühle ich mich nicht gut.
Ich bin hier an der Eschenbach-Anlage und ein Mann will eine...
Yeah, you know, actually, it passed a long time around, as long as from morning to
Wissen Sie genau
Das
wie...
ist fein, das ist fein. Trinkhalle
till
fein.
15. Makes sense.
Aber ich bin bereit, für mein Überleben mich
I
einzusetzen.
hope it'll change, or maybe I hope it won't change, and maybe I hope to be champ.
Trink halt frei.
Yeah, cause that means I'll be champ if it stays like this.
Das freut mich.
In einer
Das freut mich.
Kreuzung gerade hier.
Let's do diamond. Oh no, shit. Yes, okay. I feel bad for the people I did that to, but
just like outright, no questions. We don't need to ask any
no.
questions. Just sock
I
him in the face.
forgot. I need to do.
Like he's sexually harassing the woman.
Yeah,
And you know
26.
what? You know what the crazy thing is? I would go as far as to bet. Okay, I would bet that the German
I
authorities
think
didn't
so.
do anything
I
about
think
him.
it's
And I
good.
would bet
So
that that guy is back on the
that's
street where he
in.
was.
That's
I
also.
bet he's
in.
doing the same thing. Can you imagine, as a European woman, how terrifying it must be
That's
to
close.
deal with these inbred Islamic jihadists from South Asia who
I don't know
are
why
invading their countries?
people call Jewish
They're
people
invading
inbred.
their
Like,
countries
sure,
and
maybe
acting
they're more
like
than
imbeciles.
Christians,
This
but
is
like
crazy, man.
Muslims
This is-
are the real.
I can't imagine what it would be
The
like.
thing is, I don't
I
care
really can't.
either
I mean,
way.
here in Israel, I don't mean to like gloat about our country, but it's like relatively safe for women to walk around at all times of day, nighttime, daytime, whatever you want. It's very,
Yeah,
very
and
safe. You
somehow
see all the time
European
women walking around Tel
countries
Aviv
are
in our like our biggest city, not our capital.
I
but
think
in our
the
capital,
U.S.
Jerusalem, it's
is
even
also
safer.
like
But
that.
like walking around the biggest city, even in the dodgiest neighborhoods in this big city, it's still relatively safe.
But there are a
relatively
lot
safe
of Muslims,
compared
so
to
I
anywhere,
bet
I
it's
would say, in
actually
Asia.
worse
No,
than
not
the
Asia,
U.S.
Europe, Asia also.
But it's not
Uh,
that.
All right, let's say, do you want to be treated like a woman? Islamist chases and harasses two young German girls in Berlin.
I think that's bad, but I'll allow it because I think.
You seek our generation.
Wait,
Yes, I can talk. I speak not of us. I talk in the name of God. Yes, yes, I love woman. I love
Name of God.
like a woman.
that was good.
Good husband. You are born on the street. You seek our generation.
Can you leave this,
Yes, I
please?
can.
They should have said
There's
they're
no other way to put it.
Jewish.
You guys are under attack. You guys are being invaded and you are under attack.
Yeah, if you
These
say
people are
you're
coming
Jewish, maybe you're not.
take
Like,
over. The one thing
people
that
aren't
really,
gonna.
they're really
Actually,
rubbing
no,
the
they're
wrong way,
gonna
that
do
clip
it
that we
more,
just
but
watched
they're
before,
gonna
the way
switch
he was
from
justifying having
sexually
sex with that
assaulting
woman,
you
that's
to
what
assaulting
that's
you.
his needs as a man. That's what they do in
Which,
their
to be
countries, by
honest,
the way. Like,
assaulting
that's what
is
they
worse
actually
than
do to women in their
sexual
countries. And then you
assaulting.
have Sharia courts.
It's like
they're gonna
when
go
it's
in
to the
his favor,
like.
because
That's
as
not
a
what I
man,
mean. It's
he's got his needs.
what I
It
meant is
doesn't matter
like
if you consent as a woman.
assaulting is
He's a
more
Muslim
violent
man.
than sexual
It doesn't
assaulting.
matter
So
if
when
he
you
rapes
do
you, that's his right as
assaulting
a
to
man.
the other
It's a
gender,
rape.
that's even
And you
worse
as a
than
woman
like
don't have a say in
sexual
that society.
assaulting.
You want that to come to Europe? I don't
Because
think you do.
sexual
I don't
assaulting
think you
can
do.
be
You gotta
touching
quell
and
the
things like
Islamism,
that.
folks.
And then
You
assaulting the
gotta
other
quell
gender,
Islamism.
which is technically
Maybe you
also
think
a
you're
part
Malmo,
of
you're
assault,
not in Malmo, my friend.
sexual
Okay,
assaulting.
young man, maybe you
But
think
more
you're in Israel. I'm in
specifically, the
Israel.
more violent
Young man, you're
kind
in
is
Palestine.
Maybe
kind
you
of
make your name all
even worse
Imagine
than
all
most
the
of this.
Okay?
You maybe think you're in Israel.
Give me that. I'm in Israel.
You are in Palestine.
Palestine. My friend.
You are in Palestine.
What a fool. What a fool.
I
What a
think,
fool.
yeah, that's
Also,
awesome.
peak cringe is having an Iraqi kafia stitched into your f***ing shirt as a Palestinian. That is peak cringe. There's nothing more cringe than that. Having a garb that is not even from your f***ing land stitched into your shirt is peak cringe.
And yeah, as
Doesn't get
a
any cringier than that.
Palestinian, they should
Peak.
know that. No
I've got
double
another
touch
clip
it.
here
Even
from
though that's really good, actually.
Melissa Chapman on Instagram. Let's take a look. Let us take a look, my friends. Please
Oh,
give
that's
this Jewish
good.
woman an award.
Thing is, it's not what I'm looking.
But she said that she was scared.
She was scared of me.
Yeah, because you were acting like a crazy person. What I'm trying to say is,
Maybe
what
I
you're
was
doing
bad,
here
but
is
I
you don't
can't
have a
tell.
discussion. Okay? What are you smiling for? You're like demented.
I'm demented.
You are demented. You're sitting here like a sick mm-mm. The
That's
problem
right.
is you don't understand that Hamas is terrible for your own.
That wouldn't work.
I think actually they're a group of heroes and freedom fighters.
Good for you.
Ima, just leave it.
I am gonna leave it, but
That
let me
was
tell you,
low.
if
Almost
you
completely
had an
sure.
ounce of
Even though I
brain,
couldn't see
the
it.
Gaza Strip could have been an entire beautiful Riviera. The problem is you guys, all you want to do is kill, and you don't believe in coexistence.
Can I tell you
believe in your
something?
Muslim extremism. You have one of the most beautiful beaches in
high.
the world, but you want to build tunnels underground.
I don't
That's
think
all
we
you're
have enough
interested in.
tunnels. We don't have enough
Ooh,
tunnels.
you know what? This is why this is going on, and this is why you guys will be forever in this situation.
You want to know
because of
something?
your thought
We would
process.
rather die, all of us, as a thorn in your throat than to ever bend the knee to you.
Wow. Do you see this, kid?
You're arguing with somebody who just said Hamas is freedom
Yeah.
fighters.
But do you see? I want you to see this.
I know, and it's funny.
I want you to see this.
I'm gonna
You're gonna
kick
kick me out?
both of you out of the store.
Good. You
guys
should have
keep
kicked
on
him first. He was the one yelling downstairs.
Too high. Sadly, that was a good shot.
Let's start talking about building
Terrorism in this world is because of you.
because of people with your thought process. Is what you mean. We respect you. Thank you. We're trying to keep a peaceful environment in the store. We're trying not to talk about war. We're trying not to talk about political arguments. Understood. He was loudly on the phone.
You're a
saying-
Muslim terrorist. You're a Muslim terrorist. We should strip you. Is everything okay? We should strip you of your American rights. He just said he just justified Muslim extremists to kill all of us.
Sir, we are having a problem. I'm going to have to ask you to leave today.
Sure thing. Sure thing. Yeah, no problem.
No, I'm also, we're going to make sure that
Too high.
everything goes, but unfortunately we can't have altercations.
I was here for the whole time,
Too high, but I'll allow it.
and out
Because
of
it's
the
not
party,
pushing down.
they were the only ones calling me.
Yes, I'm going to make sure they also are leaving.
Taqiya! The guy said he supports Hamas. The guy said he wants to build tunnels so he can kill Jews. And she goes, only one of the parties actually.
Yes, I told them that if they keep on arguing, we're gonna kick them both out of the store.
No, yes.
And unfortunately,
Yeah, Bree's going to watch them downstairs, so she's going to make sure they're also leaving.
Sounds good. Yeah, yeah.
No, and it's
Well-
nothing, it's just the volume of the store as opposed to.
Sure, yeah. It's a lot of books. We got to stay quiet. Anyways, have a lovely day.
Yeah.
Free Palestine.
No, and I'm glad you're handling it very respectfully.
Thank you. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you. Have a lovely
Downstairs.
Very respectfully as he espouses building tunnels to kill Jewish people. Fantastic. I mean, no, that's really good. Here's the couple elements going on. There's a lot of reduction of brain cells going on. First of all, the Jewish lady. Stop hasbaraing. Stop explain. No. When you have conversations with Palestinians like this, especially with a militant Palestinian like him, you just say, listen, you guys are bad at warfare. You suck. Your society is you have never accomplished anything, and your identity is fake. Ask him what a Palestinian is. What is a Palestinian? Give me an answer. Answer to me, what does it mean to be a Palestinian? What does the word Philistine come from? Where does the word Palestine come from? What is the meaning? Attack. Only attack the same way. Do you see how he masterfully triggered you? You wonderful Jewish Karen, you. You are a Jewish Karen. We need to have less moms, Jewish moms, speaking like that on camera to people, because it's just not a good look for us. Or at least we need to go through a massive education program for all of our people to be able to deal with militant Palestinians like this. I'm not criticizing this mother. God bless her. God bless her daughters. Beautiful family. But she shouldn't be the one fronting a conversation with a Hamas terrorist. Shouldn't be the one. It's not a good look, because the people who we're trying to fight against, they see that as weakness. and they see her explaining about Israel and explaining about Gaza and using the same stand with us talking points that we all day, every day is all we do. You could have had, no, you guys suck. Your society, we will keep owning you and we will keep winning you. Build as many tunnels as you like, my friend. Ahla wa sahla. Keep building tunnels. Keep hiding underground like the rats that you are. Confidently, without getting triggered. And I know that's a lot easier said than done. And this is just a random interaction with two people on the street. But that guy, he's a master at triggering people. And especially an American Jewish mother. She's not equipped to handle that. So I do give the win there for Team Palestine with propaganda. They usually win over us, I'm not going to lie. But that's what I'm trying to do here with my content. I'm trying to arm you guys. I'm trying to prepare a lot of you. We're trying to make a difference in this world. And I think at some point soon, we're going to have to launch some sort of course or military training, militant training for how to be a proud Jew, how to be a proper Jew who understands his history, his talking points, so you can defend yourself in a scenario like this and disseminate this. So I think we're going to have to, because we're at an inflection point. Inflection point now where we can't keep having clips like this coming out. We just can't. Now, friend of the show, the Korean Jew. I love this woman. She's been very supportive of my content. Very, very nice woman. Let's take a look at what she has to say.
I'm walking right by the Wilshire Boulevard Temple in Koreatown. I'm sorry, why are you protesting in front of a synagogue?
We're protesting in front of a site that's holding genocide supporters.
Can you let
and trying to bring that to K-Town? Genocide in K-Town.
That actually could have been me. I think that was bad, but whatever.
Still there at the entrance of a historical synagogue and synagogue's
I think that was
nursery,
bad.
chanting Zionist pigs, baby killers. So a bunch of anti-Israel protesters somehow got into the synagogue and were surrounding the room, and one knocked over a glass vase. The glass was shattered everywhere. There was about 5 of them screaming at us, and it was very unpleasant.
Well, he broke that glass. That was pretty violent.
He brought his babies.
Nobody crosses that. No,
Too high.
There are, and no human being can sit in front of
Get out of our synagogue!
This is a synagogue and a school.
There's a nursery downstairs.
This is a synagogue and a school with children. This is a synagogue and a place of work.
Can I ask a question, just human to human?
And are you recording right now?
I am, for my safety.
Go ahead. For your safety, yes, because we're a threat to you. Is that what you're saying?
Well, someone just knocked over a glass vase in there. The glass was shattered everywhere.
Outside here, we're sitting here and we're a threat to you.
Can we just
we
talk?
are protesting genocide, and that is.
Can I just ask a question?
Allow it.
Not aggressively. Not aggressively. Human to human. So, what do you think?
Allow it again, even though I think that one's done.
It's not worth answering her question.
No, I'm just wondering. Do you think you'll change anything in the war? Do you think anything in Gaza, any child will be saved by you yelling here?
Yeah.
How? You think so? The only
you don't have morals with me either. 6, 7,
no,
6, 7.
I care about Gazan babies. I don't see how yelling in front of a synagogue will change anything.
They've defiled whatever holiness was here. They've defiled it by filling it with business people, traffic and blood and death and surveillance and suffering.
Okay.
Whatever it was that was holy here, Jewish people is gone, and they have no one to blame but themselves.
Okay.
That's all I can say. That's all I can say.
Okay, but what do you think this will achieve? Instead of yelling Zionist pigs, I just wanted to ask a question.
I actually already gave you a
That'd be good, Emma.
earlier, and you didn't seem to care.
I actually would rather have a conversation than read a little piece of paper.
I mean, I tried to have a conversation with you. You walked by me and you said that I was protesting outside of a synagogue, and why would I do that? So
yeah, that was
I didn't ignore you. I asked that question. You didn't.
It's not Shabbat. It's not a holy day or anything. All right.
It's a holy place. There's babies and there's a nursery.
It's not a holy day. We weren't here.
Show your face. Show your faces.
There were babies in Palestine too. We weren't here last Shabbat.
Okay, and I care about them. I don't want them to die. They're not killing babies in Palestine.
I am walking right by.
But this is what it's always been. First, Eliana, we love you. Friend of the show. We absolutely love you, Eliana. We stand you. Wonderful woman. I really would love for her to get more of a spotlight in this space also. She's great.
Oh, wow, that one.
But it's always been about this, guys. It's always been about this since October 7th. And come on, we know the shtick is up. Like, the jig is up. Sorry, that's not the shtick. The jig is up. We've known that this has been this from the beginning. It's always been about all Jews. They just say Zionists, but look, it's just a synagogue in, I'm assuming, Los Angeles, yeah?
Oh, wow.
How many, okay, let's just talk about the Jewish people in Los Angeles. I'm not saying that they're not, that they're all anti-Zionists. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you go to a synagogue, especially if it's like a bigger synagogue like that, looks like maybe a Reform or conservative synagogue, like, what are the odds that those people are like staunch Zionists, like militant Zionists? They're not like, maybe I'm wrong in my assessment. You guys correct me. But it's not like militant Zionism in there. And, but it's always been about, it's all of us, bro. It's every single one of us. I mean, I know I can't speak specifics because I have to keep something safe. But I know about, you guys know I traveled around the world. I've been almost 80 countries. I have connections with Jewish communities all over the world.
Bad, but I'll allow it.
In tens of countries.
Again, because I think...
what's the word?
That I know
dozens
is
of countries
pretty
all
bad.
over the world. Very deep connections with them, too.
Too low, but I also think it's
Countries
not
that are
that
far
low.
removed
Well,
from Israel. Just the Jewish community that have been attacked. It's never been about Zionism. But that's the thing you have to remember. You have to embrace your Zionism. Because Zionism, okay, first of all, 95% of the world's population is Zionist. So anytime they tell you it's not about the Jews, it's about the Zionists, it just means it's about 95%.
or of the Jews, because it is of the Jews.
It is about the Jews. It's always been about the Jews. That's why your boy, a descendant of refugees who never served in the army, is also warranted to get killed by Hamas. Nobody's come to help me. Nobody's coming to help my grandma, who's bedridden with dementia, who's had rockets fired at her for the last 70 years of her life, who was kicked out of her home.
Yeah, I'm getting better though.
Never got reparations. And is sitting here and continuously getting rockets fired at her. She never killed anybody. Never took anybody's home over. And I'm her child. My mom's her child. We're totally victims, but we refuse to be victims in the mentality. We are, if you break it down, I'm as much of a victim as anybody in Gaza, maybe even more so. I've had less opportunities than the average Gazan to reclaim my right and my sovereignty in my
I just realized that in Israel they make around 2 times less than
my
the
dick.
US.
You. If
So
you think
I
I'm gonna
feel
be your fucking victim,
very
not gonna be your
privileged.
dimmy, not gonna be your fucking victim. That's the mentality. We're not victims anymore, but just remember, it's always been.
The thing is,
it's always been
it
about
was.
Jews. It's never been about Zionism.
If the
Don't-
US
don't
was
let
all
them tell you that.
Jews, I bet the
Oh wow.
the salary would be higher.
City Hall in Philadelphia.
But since Israel is in the middle of the Middle East, even 25K average median per capita
What's that mean? Be there.
median per capita wage median per capita income is 25K. That's very good for a country in the middle of the Middle East. If it was in Europe, I would say that would not be that good. That would be like median in Europe, but
I
I
am.
think
Frank. My name
if
is Frank.
Israel was in Europe, they would get even more money probably. And if it was in the US, it would be so
Out here
high.
somewhere.
Like if it was North America or
Was
something.
that what you called nice?
Because Israel's highly affected by the regions around it.
Bro, that needs to be a gift. That's the cringiest shit I've ever seen in my life. Frank, you just got
I
my
think that
follow,
was
bro.
good enough.
I love it, Frank. I like seeing all these random white guys in America standing up to the pro-Palestine crowd. It's good, man. You guys should keep doing it. Keep making fun of them. They're a bunch of keep going for it. Cutthroat, baby.
Why is it
Cutthroat.
like every
Let's
single
finish this pro-Palestine shit. They should be off the streets.
Bro,
of America,
he should-
designated
I
terrorist
don't know.
organization.
I
Get the
hate
hell outta
this.
here. It's synonymous with Hamas anyways.
I
It's not
hate
about
that if he
Palestinian
just like
indigeneity. It's not about Palestinian
replaced it with
It's always been
the,
about terrorism. 99% of them support Hamas.
with
I'm
the
saying these Palestine
mouth
protests and support
beats or
Hezbollah.
whatever it's
Support
called.
terrorist organizations that have
Probably
killed
not.
Americans or have the intention of killing Americans. Fight against it. Fight against it. I'll see you guys in the next one. I love you long time. Goodbye, folks.
Has this
Close
ever happened
enough.
to you? Hey, are you a Zionist?
What is this hesitation? You think Judah the Maccabee was hesitating when he's fighting for Israel? Here, take this. You think Queen Esther hesitated before stopping Haman from ending the Jews of Persia? Well, hey Habibi, you think Herzl thought he was a white colonizer as he Zionized the Jews of Europa?
Bro, YouTube comments are bad.
Listen, kid. I don't care if you're a Muslim, a
I
Jew,
feel
or
like they
a
should
Christian.
be like
You're
a
a
thread.
Zionist, right? Yeah. Well, a good
Or like-
Zionist goes to
yeah,
the
something like-
travelingclad.com and buys some provocative merchandise. They do?
But you know,
Absolutely,
it's
a big
crazy to
shot.
me.
I have some incredible designs
The
for you.
thing
They
that
say everything promised
Grok
3,000
was
years ago. Here,
better
take a shirt with a magic
and a whole
pen for
huge
you.
company of Google AI.
They say
Now I
they
think
for 109
Gemini
Join the
passed
109 club. Take shirt and
Grok,
matching
but
hat for you.
yeah, Grok is a very good AI. It's currently ranked second. Also better than the Chinese version of ChatGPT, which actually is pretty good.
Price, take. Good price, take. Good price, take. Good price, take.
Yossi, achi, he understands you.
Yeah,
Stop. A good Zionist
That's
goes to
definitely-
travelingclad.com and buys merch.
There's a
Well,
small
Habibi,
off chance
for
that
you.
the crossbar will do a good hit.
If you don't want to buy any merchandise,
That's
the best
why
way
I
to support me
paused it.
is by donating on Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, or becoming a member on my Patreon. Your support is very much needed and very much appreciated.
I'll
Thank
allow
you.
it.
Are you the kind of person who knows things? Things like
Ain't
you can
that
get a
close
domain from
enough?
Squarespace, not just a website? Well, now you are that person because now
What
you
a
definitely know
goal.
you can get a domain from Squarespace.
A crazy
Something
goal.
like whisperingbloom.com for your silent retreat, or whisperingboom.com for your shouting retreat. Whatever your
I don't
dream,
know
a
what that-
Squarespace domain and website brings it to life, all in one place. Get yours before it's gone with offer code MAKEITREAL for 10% off your domain or website. Terms and conditions apply.
Media Matters did a hit piece on Asmongold. Good. Thank God. One of the biggest U.S. streamers on YouTube has leveled up from gaming to politics. Wow. I love how they
On
pulled all the
YouTube,
jokes
no.
Asmon's actually running
If they're
for office.
talking
I wanna
about
look into that.
Asmongold,
You know,
he's
if you wanna write a big
definitely not
article
even
about me
close
and,
to
you know,
the
go through
biggest.
everything,
He's not even
all
top
this,
1,000.
And his own presence is massive.
Yeah, I don't know
Gotta
what
start
they're
by playing
talking
video
about.
games
Twitch, yes.
online, hypes
Twitch,
up drama
yes.
between streamers.
But that's a-
Asmongold hypes up drama between streamers and attacks supposed left-wing bias in video game industry.
4 million
Definitely
subs
accurate
is
for
like,
sure.
I'm gonna say
And,
it's a lot,
playing
but
a little buddy on a couch, but with a lot
in
of
Twitch
opinions,
that's even more, but in YouTube that's normal.
Oh, this is
That's
a
like,
quote from
it's
somebody
not normal
else. Is
at
there
all.
anything else new about this?
I would
Industry
say
drama
maybe
is
the
a never-ending
percentage
source
of
content.
likelihood you have it on
Absolutely. Everybody
Twitch and
knows this.
YouTube is
And,
actually a
perceived
hell
wokeness
of
as well pivots from video
yeah,
game
the
criticism to
percentage
right-wing
of
talking
like
points.
likelihood
He
that
complained that Trump is not more authoritarian. I don't think he even goes 10% as far as I
Asmongold
would want him to go, and calls for the government to black bag illegal
to
judges.
get 4 million
Well, keep
on
in mind that I would say
I think getting
even
4
worse than
million
that if I could,
on
but I can't.
YouTube is as
This
likely
is
as
accurate.
Twitch, but the
In
thing
my
is on
opinion, I would
YouTube
charge them for sedition,
there's
or
still
in
way
some
more
cases treason,
people, so
and
the
have
likelihood
punishment for
also
that be capital
changes.
punishment.
Because
And
like
it would
the
be a
top
public one.
10,
That's what I
the
would do.
top 10 people
And
are
you know
way
what?
better than the top 10.
think most people
Actually,
agree
I
with
don't
me.
remember what that's called.
I do.
Yeah, the top 10 people in
And so, yep, absolutely.
YouTube are
Go-
way
Trump
more
to go Old
popular than
Testament
the
on his
top
political
10
enemies?
Twitch.
Absolutely. And if he did, he would have
Most,
higher ratings
I think
and higher
all of
numbers
the
than he
top
does
50
now.
now has 100
Absolutely.
million.
In Lamented,
Oh wait, no,
he
that's
lamented
top
getting
10.
scammed by Trump's
No,
second
I don't know.
presidency,
That's probably
saying
not.
we were promised a
But
dictator
the top
and we
10
didn't get
probably
one.
has
I
that.
thought we were going
That's
to get a real
definitely
one, and
not
we
good.
didn't. So fucking true. Every trans kid is a victim with a parent of a mental illness. Yes, if you have a 7-year-old trans kid, the chances are that they were goaded into that because of their parents. I think that's very accurate. Anybody would know this. So they're basically listing out all of my greatest hits.
It's not a maybe. That one is, I think it's a little low, but it's probably good. I mean,
for ICE to detain people in front of their children. I think they should do it more. As a white person, I would never vote for Mandami in a million years. He called for the deportation of residents who are in the U.S. legally if they're causing trouble. This person really did their research. I'm right about everything. Yep, you're completely right. Sure.
I agree with that.
Well, judges shouldn't be political. Well, judges should not be letting
Like,
people out for
Karens.
committing crimes.
Actually, I don't know. I
Hundreds
don't
of times,
agree.
right?
I mean,
Dozens of times. That's
there's,
crazy.
it's
I
too
think
early
if you
to
do
tell.
that,
That's
you
a
need to go
very
to jail.
complicated
Look up
issue.
the author.
The thing is, with immigrants, I support
any of
it.
these articles that are criticizing me or
I
framing
agree
me in a
with
bad way,
immigrants.
I appreciate them. I think it's great. I do. I'm totally okay
I agree
with
with
this. It's not a
deporting
problem at all.
immigrants.
As long
That's
as you're not
different.
lying, then it's fine. Asmongold shifts
Because
his focus from
immigrants
streamers and
don't
pundits as he codies up to
have
Nick Fuentes
legal-
and attacks critics.
I mean,
True.
they don't have as many rights
And,
as
it's a reclap,
citizens,
and this is
which
it. He's
shouldn't
even go to far to say
be
as fascists and
go
neo-Nazis
into
have a
account. But the
solution
thing
to
is,
political problems, adding you might
they
not
don't
like
pay
it.
taxes, they don't do all of these
yeah.
things, which also is a fault of the U.S. So also
So
that's
does
not as
everybody
good of an argument. But I would say the thing
love
is,
the implication.
the U.S. doesn't
They don't
need
obviously
to
have a solution for it.
accept
Yeah,
immigrants.
they do. It's a bad one,
And
but
it's
it's
not a
solution.
right
Duh.
for people to just
It's the
live in
implication,
the
though, that
U.S.
matters.
So I think it
No
makes
shit,
sense.
absolutely.
America
Let's see
deports
here. Is there
people
anything else that's worth looking
that
at
shouldn't
here?
be here in the
And,
first
oh
place.
yeah, in July he said,
It makes
"This is
sense.
I love this. This is absolutely my greatest hits."
I hate that Mexico.
Every trans kid is
She's
a victim
Jewish,
of a parent with
but
mental
she's
illness. If he was a
communist. That's
politician, he'd
probably
put people in prison or institutionalize 2% of the
That
population.
makes
at
a
minimum.
big,
We
a
should do
bad
as many things as
reputation
possible
on
from stop
Jewish
people from voting, anti-ICE protesters being compelled slave labor, ICE detaining people in front of their children. They should do it more. As a white person, I'd never vote for Mandami. Deportation of residents who are in the legally, if they're here in the U.S. legally, if they're causing trouble. Yeah, these are my greatest hits. And I want to let you know that there would be 10 more things on this bullet point list if Twitch didn't have a TOS.
Nice, finally.
I'll tell you that.
Wait,
Like, I have to nerf a lot of the things
It's
that I
30
say,
now.
but it's led to some consequences. Yes, I've gotten suspended for it. That's correct.
I have to
I've been
win.
suspended for
I don't
it. How
want
come
to
you
do
banned? You
40
had no filter?
minutes. Like, that's
Pretty
crazy.
fast, right? Pretty fucking fast. And so, what about the rock take? Which one? And let's see here. Okay, I've seen this one as well. I have to see this. This
Why
is
is it
content.
taking so? Usually it doesn't.
Oh, this is whenever I was like shitting on that video game. Hey,
Oh,
and I
video.
deported the game. I did. Nobody's talking about it anymore. They shut
Yeah,
down the
I'm
entire
pretty
thing.
low.
They shut down all criticism. I did.
Let me use my strategy, kick it as hard as possible and as into the
Double
goal as
entendre there.
possible.
That's great.
That's like
And,
the strategy
so yes,
all of
how quickly
diamonds
the
use.
closely got context. Yeah. And as you watch the presentation on the game, I started attacking migrants, saying they're stealing the jobs, they're creating more traffic, they overload social systems, they steal people's identities and get government benefits.
Nice.
Yes, that is true. It's true, absolutely. The streamer has repeatedly
Bro, I
referred
can't
to
believe
Trump
that
as
wasn't
the
a save. It looked like it was a
president.
save.
He reacted to
Contest
Trump's
only
Thanksgiving
valid
post that called
for
Minnesota Governor
notification
Tim
in
Walz
my-
retarded and advocated for reverse migration, saying, if you were to take like an AI and generate a president that would do things based off of my stream, it would generate a statement like this. Man. Man. Wow. Jesus, I'm reading some more of these here. Has accepted the label of Roach Defender and claimed, I stick up for people that I think are mistreated and people that are being misrepresented. I think that's what I do more than anything. Obviously, whether it's Zoomer, incels, or anything else, I don't really
He
care.
could have
The only
scored
thing
that,
I
it's
care
just
about
that
is
I
making
was
sure that
in the way.
people get a fair shake more than anything. So true. So true. Absolutely. 100%.
I think he was necessary
Man,
there.
he has
I
amassed
was kicking it out
2.4
of
billion
bounds
views.
here, but then he.
Across his 2 active YouTube
Yeah, I
channels?
couldn't see him. That was.
That's not
I'm
true.
lucky he was
I
there.
have like 4. So it's way more than 2.4 billion.
Yeah.
Is this for or against you? Honestly, I think this is the greatest advertisement I've gotten. Yeah, this is great. They're downplaying you. Yeah, they're downplaying
The thing is,
you.
I
Look
don't
at this.
agree with Candace
Oh my
Owens
God.
leaving
And
YouTube.
the fact
You
that
know,
YouTube
it
views this
is
year
a
are among the
privileged
highest among the hundreds
platform.
of right.
You do get way more views.
Wait, really?
Like, privileged.
In fact,
I
his
don't know how to
YouTube
say
views
it, but
this
like
year are
basically,
the highest
you get more
among the
money on
hundreds
this
of right-leaning
than
podcasts and
other.
streamers.
Like your potential is high.
Oh my God. Is there like a graph? Yeah, I kind of want to see this. What the fuck? Damn. Really putting in work. His active YouTube channels have nearly 5.8 million subscribers. He has 2.2
Already
million
a
followers.
lead?
So that's my second
What
account
is
too. My other
that?
one has like 3 million
Okay,
followers.
GG, well played.
So, wow.
Okay, now we get a
And,
reset. Now we're
that's
at
amazing.
10.
Oh my God. This is amazing. I love this. Speaking for disaffected, he argued that the podcaster is speaking for disaffected young men and suggested it's unwise to ignore his views. Absolutely. And I'm right. So this is a person,
Weird wording. It
this
sounds
is
like
kind of
he's
what's going-
wrong.
Can
but
I, where's
okay.
the chart, by the
I
way?
wasn't
Research
paying
and
attention.
studies?
Maybe that's
Where's
what I
the
means.
top right-wing channels? What happens if I search this? Oh, it doesn't even show it. Because I want to see the graph where I'm number 1.
Wait,
I
yeah,
wanna
not
see
even.
this. Where did it go? Fuck, I can't find it. Is this a hit
I'll
piece
say
or a
that's
bluff piece?
too low.
Depends
Yeah.
on it depends on who agrees with me, right? And that's it. Even a decent pick of you, yeah. Should we hit the dude? I don't know who this is, right? But either way, I think that the article is it's relatively accurate.
Very good goal, but not what I'm
obviously,
looking
like
for.
you know, he mentioned like the Palestine thing like 2 or 3 times in the article, and so it's very clear that like I mean. Make no mistake, this article is written with the intention of painting me in as bad of a light as possible. This article is done. It's written
I
in a way
believe
to
people
make
think
me look bad.
Palestine exists. You know what? Even I do, but I think it's a
I think
territory.
that a lot of people
not
are
a
going to read it,
country.
and they're going to agree.
I think in Israel
It's
there
still
are people that wouldn't even
All my
agree it's
greatest
a
hits, man.
territory.
Sounds good to me.
But whatever
Absolutely.
it is, I
Pro
think
SA
it's
victims
Israel
club.
should control it.
Oh, it's not out there, and that's the thing. Is like I've
But
discussed
the thing
like
is,
50
I
other
don't
things as
know
well,
if they should.
but they never talk about the
They
things that I
think
discuss
it's
that
like,
are, you know, potentially
if
positive
Israel
in the
is
eyes of
Palestine,
a left-leaning person,
then
or
all
something that's like a
the
liberal
West
viewpoint
Bank
that I
and
have.
Gazan
And the
people
reason
will
why
be
is
a
that
combined
a lot
vote
of
of
the
like
people in the way that they write these
50% of the
articles,
population.
they intentionally paint
And you
people
know
like me
Arabs can't
as
really do
completely one-dimensional,
democracy.
and that's it.
And it's
That's the
basically
one thing
50.
that
It's like
matters the most. What's the guy's name under the headline? I don't know
45%
who this person is. I have no idea.
Jews,
Gideon Taffy, who is this?
55% Arabs.
And
If
this is Twitter.
Israel
This is
takes
Twitter.
over and they become citizens. So
This
yeah,
is the guy.
they can make
Noah
the
Asmagul, one of the largest U.S. streamers. Doesn't
they
even have
can make
any
the
likes.
elections work for sure. And
Oh,
while
poor
now
guy.
like
Oh no!
the minorities
Oh, there
are
we go, guys. That's what matters,
in
right?
the
This is what
government
I've
are
always,
Arab.
I've always said is that he,
Uh,
him. Okay, well, that pretty much
And the,
says everything
if
that you need
they
to know.
kind of
And
are
there
able
it
to
is,
vote, it'll
retweeted. Nah,
either
who
be
gives a shit? I
50-50
don't
or
really retweet
even
anything,
worse.
if I'm
Maybe
being
it'll
honest, I
even.
don't. And
There's
so,
a good
you should
chance
like
the
it.
democracy won't work anymore.
I'll be your
If
one.
Arabs
Yeah,
take
there we
over.
go. How about that? So there
But
it
the
is.
thing is, the
He
Arabs
said
in
the
Israel
sentence, he
are
got the
kind
stats
of
from Media
cool.
Matters. Yeah, but the website that he's on is
So
Media
maybe
Matters.
it's
But
like
there's
half-
not any. You could logically go to research and studies, right? And let me see if I can find it. Podcast.
I see a lot of
Like, there's
Arabs in
no,
Israel.
there's no way for me to search. Like the website's
I
valid,
don't
and
see
so like I can't do
Christians
that.
at all.
Thank you for.
I see
listening and
American
point out there.
Jews
Yeah, I mean,
even,
that's the
but
way
I
I see
don't
it
see.
because I mean, obviously, I stand by everything I said. I
For
mean,
some
I wouldn't
reason,
have
in
made- I
my
wouldn't have said it
grandma's
if it wasn't
neighborhood,
true.
there's a lot of
And I think
Americans.
that, and this is the thing, right? Is that a
But
lot
they
of
were
people, what they
Jewish,
try to
so
do
that's
is they try to just look
also
at like
interesting.
what I'm saying. How about top right? This here. Okay. Top podcast. It looks like I'm not seeing it anywhere here. Yeah, unfortunately.
To be honest, I think
this is not it.
pointing,
And also, somebody
saying
could find it or send it to
Asmongold
me or something
isn't
like
good
that. I don't want to go through
to
and try to figure it all
Palestine
out
is
myself.
crazy.
Okay.
I don't know what
So,
we've
you want
gotten
your time,
into
talent, treasure,
nowadays.
mostly treasure, though. Yes, definitely.
It's
And
crazy.
anyway, so numbers are from Social Blade. Well, look.
You know,
I'm not gonna try
even
to go through everything.
Asmongold likes
I do really
Palestine more than I
appreciate,
do,
people,
and
like,
it's
as long as
crazy
they're not
that
making
people
stuff
say
up.
he hates
Even if
Palestine.
you want to take all of the worst things that I
You
said,
know, I kind
or
of
the things
maybe
that
see
sound
that,
the
like,
worst,
he doesn't for sure.
I still said them. I'm still right. And you might not like it.
I
and you might not
disagree
think
with
it's
their
true yet,
whole
but
government
over
system
time, I
and
think
all
people
that.
will realize. You mean the highlights? Exactly. And this isn't a news company. It's a DNC funded tabloid. Well, I mean, they did a pretty good job.
The
I would
thing
say
is,
it's probably
I
better
think
than in general.
Palestinians are fine.
They're mad you didn't make
And I
the
hope,
earnings. Exactly. You have to give them credit. Being right.
I
most
don't
of the
know,
time
I
is
think
accurate
it's a
for being
very
labeled
risky
right-leaning.
move to
I like that. I'll have to
make
use that. That's
Israel
funny.
all of the
And, so, yeah,
Palestinian
there you go.
territories as well. I would think that's a good thing if
There's also a lot of insider trading too. Here's the Kalshi CEO kind of explaining the goal here.
it's a
which is
good
that
thing
eventually
if
you
Arabs
can
could
gamble
stand
on
a democracy, but they never have. So that's why I'm skeptical of
create a tradable asset out of any difference
allowing
of
all
opinion.
Arabs in the West Bank and Gaza to vote, which they basically, a huge majority are Arabs in the West Bank and 100% are Arabs, or not Arabs, but either Arabs or colonized Arabs.
ESPN put
I shouldn't have done double, but I think it would have been high
of the
either way.
sports watching
So that's high
experience.
for
It's all
sure.
about, hey, what are the odds on the game today? What are the
Oh,
markets
that's low,
saying
but
the odds
not
are?
too low.
And part of what I find so grating about this dialogue, the debate right now, is the insistence by these CEOs that they are not actually gambling. There is propaganda going on that they are something completely different, all because they found a regulatory loophole that allows them to be gambling in states where it's not allowed. So here's just one post that expresses that. He says, Kalshi is not a gambling company. Saying so is incorrect. I assume that people calling Kalshi
I don't
gambling
know
are
what
uninformed
this
rather than
is.
being defamatory, but Kalshi is not gaming. Now, I want to point out to that guy that
Tula.
most of the volume on prediction markets like Kalshi
That's good.
is made up by sports betting, aka the same thing that people
What's the
bet on
craziest
like with DraftKings,
business you have in
Prize
Newton
Picks.
that people
That's
want to get?
what people are
I
actually
actually
spending
don't
the
know.
majority of the volume on
His
Kalshi
talk
specifically.
is all
Nevertheless,
over the.
CEOs are bending over backwards, who, by the way, are financially
We don't even
invested
have a
in
Target
seeing
or a
difference. They
Walmart
say there's
yet.
such a difference between sports gambling and, prediction markets. Here's
There's apparently
Brad Timmons, who
Targets
actually
even in
has
New
prediction
York
markets
City,
for
but
sports,
not even here,
explaining
which
the
is weird.
substantial difference.
Are qualitatively different than sports gambling for a couple of reasons. One is these are
It's crazy because
federally regulated.
this area, this city is
And
less
what that means
dense
is instead of
than New York City.
betting against the house or setting a line
Completely,
this
because
is an
Queens and
exchange,
some
a
of those
designated
areas aren't
contract
even
market
that
where
dense.
buyers and
Like
sellers
Newton is even
are
less
meeting.
dense. So,
By the way, by meeting,
but it
he
makes
means
sense.
they're betting against each
While
other.
this
But
place,
he's right,
while
that
this
instead of
city
betting
is
against
more
the house is pitting
crowded
people
than a
against each
normal
other, and the
suburban
house
area,
takes a
it
cut
is pretty
based on
much
trading
suburbs
volume.
all
So rather
around.
than
It's just
actually
that
setting the line themselves and betting
the
against
whole
you, they're
place
allowing you
is
to bet against other
suburbs.
people, and they're still taking a cut. It's just
And
a different way to take a cut.
Instead of some areas being suburbs and some areas not even
So I think it's
like
very
being
different.
rural.
But it's really not, though. You can bet on FanDuel or DraftKings one thing, and you can go bet the same
That was
thing
cool.
basically on Robinhood. It's both
On
sports gambling
Robinhood?
one way or
Wait,
the
I
other.
can bet on
And this has
Robinhood?
generated an interesting fight between the nascent upcomers who want to be in this prediction market game and the casinos who kind of are feeling cheated right now because they have to go through the hoops of gambling regulation. And so you actually saw the AGA, who I'm actually very against. It's a trade group for gambling, but I guess the enemy of my enemy is my friend for now. Basically, they put up their own version of a propaganda website against the prediction markets because the prediction markets are eating too much of their lunch, and they're like, hey, this is unfair that these guys have the loophole. So they're now propagandizing and running ads for the fact that prediction markets are
to be honest, I don't care. I think the thing is, online gambling is probably worse.
That's what the gambling industry is saying. While
Bro,
the
maybe I want to get into
saying,
gambling,
guys,
but I don't want
we're not just
to.
that. We're a truth engine, actually. So
I
it's
need
kind of
a lot of
amazing.
money to gamble.
Ran their own,
Gambling is this sort of thing where you should do it for very little money, and you have to be super rich.
Gambling, not financial instruments. 84% said they should only be available through state-licensed sportsbooks, clearly arguing.
Oh yeah, but I don't like sports. Yeah, I don't know why I would even like gambling, let alone
survey. Quote, nationwide poll shows broad support for prediction markets. 9 in 10 voters say Americans should have access to prediction markets, viewing them as financial instruments, not gambling. Well, gee, guys, which is it? Can we figure it out? It's like the
financial
instruments,
are you
books
dumb?
and gaming companies are like
Not him,
out
he
over
disagrees.
which is gambling, which is not. Of course, I think the
It is,
logical view
I mean,
is that if you
technically,
are
sure.
offering sports betting, the same product as the gambling
Oh,
company,
that was
those
good,
two
but
things are the same thing.
crossbars
you
are way
can't use
too
your
risky.
loophole.
I'm not. I
But,
shouldn't
I
go
really, it's a
for that.
weird position to be in, to be agreeing with like the propaganda arm of the gambling companies. But yeah, they're now fighting against the propaganda arm of the prediction market. In fact, recently the prediction market companies have gotten together and created a coalition. It's like their own trade group called Predict Action. And they've partnered with Crypto.com, Robinhood, Coinbase, and Underdog. These are all guys who are getting in the prediction market game. And they said, we created the coalition with a simple mission.
Now I have Coinbase and Robinhood. He talked about both of my.
The casinos, they're fighting the casinos because
Literally,
they want to
yeah,
win
that's
and
super
not be
hard.
seen
I
as
have
gambling so they
Coinbase
can
wallet.
win
I
a
guess that's
majority
also
share of the
technically
gambling in
Coinbase.
America. It is insane. Meanwhile,
I
you
wanna
have the
see,
prediction market guys just stumbling over themselves for whether we should allow actual
wanna see
insider
the
trading in their markets.
percentile thing,
Because
yeah.
that's a part of this that we haven't discussed, which is that these prediction markets
I know it's
are
2v2.
so
I just
grating in that
wanna.
they not only don't admit what they are, they also try to be something they're not, which is they say, we are not only not gambling, we're the news actually, and we are such a valuable source of information.
Well, to be honest, it kinda is better than the
I also
news.
think that
It's
you know,
more
if you think
accurate
about the
predictions
news,
because
right,
people are
I
putting
like to
their
think about
money
prediction
in.
markets as the next generation
So-
of the news. And we know the news is economically valuable. You know, people pay for getting the newspaper. They pay indirectly for, you know, shows like this through advertising. And so if you get the news before it happens, that should be even more economically valuable. So I think a lot of people, it's easy to just kind of lump
I
it
kind
in
of agree with
gambling,
him
but
though.
this
As
is
much as I hate
liquid
gambling,
market that gives people
you
information
get a good
in
chance
real
of
time.
what will
I think there's a
happen.
ton of economic value in that.
Yeah, you know what else gives people
Why is
information
it
in
like
real
this?
time? Are sports
Oh.
betting odds. Like, you could make the same argument for sports betting. It's like, oh,
I'll
you
do
can
it
get
again,
a real
like,
look at who's
restart
going to win the game by
that,
what
but
all the
here I
sharp
can
bettors
at
are
least
betting
see
at that time.
bottom
you could say the same thing here. But
15%.
this whole idea of like, you
It's
get the
still
news
bottom
early.
15,
the only
and
way you get the
yeah,
news early,
okay,
by the
and
way,
it is that
if
rating.
it's insider trading. Everyone understands that, right? All these prediction markets
Is
are
Heat
doing is
Seeker-
just aggregating sentiment on the news.
Let's see
The
Heat
only way you
Seeker.
can get something that's not in the news
I wanna
from
see
these
Heat
markets
Seeker.
is if someone with non-news
What?
information
Oh wait,
trades,
yes, there is a rating
aka
now.
inside information. And there's a funny moment where
Estimated.
the CEO of Coinbase, who again is part
Yeah,
of this
okay, that
prediction
makes
market new grift,
Well,
kinda
now it's
realizes
in
this
there.
and he
That's
goes,
cool.
you know, I was talking to the CFTC nominee the other day, who, by the way, may regulate these markets, and he was kind of trying to decide maybe we should allow insider trading because maybe that makes our product even better.
You know, I actually had a really interesting conversation with one of the folks that was nominated to be CFTC commissioner about this, and he asked me, he said, do you think we should allow insider trading in prediction markets? And I said, it's actually it's not a clear-cut question, right? Because if your goal is to actually, for the 99% of people trying to get signal about what's going to happen in the world, like is the Suez Canal going to be reopened or whatever, you actually want insider trading. You want, some admiral sitting on a ship in the Suez Canal who has really good information to be trading so you get better, higher quality signal out of them, right? Now, if you want to preserve the integrity of those markets, maybe you don't want insider trading, right? So there might be like a decentralization test that has to go in here, but it's not a clear-cut answer.
That's right, guys. Maybe we want the insider trading so we can get the news of tomorrow today by encouraging people financially to go ahead and give us the news now, right? You encourage basically leakers because you financially incentivize them trading in your market and having an inside edge. I want to be super clear. There's a reason we didn't allow this in the securities market. I mean, you can make the same argument for like, well, what if we want the stock market to give us tomorrow's news today on public companies? You could just allow insider trading and that would tell you, right? The market would move before the news came out. But there's a lot of reasons we don't do that, mainly that it's cheating the average trader. But these new prediction market CEOs don't see it that way. They don't want to be regulated by gambling laws. They don't want to be regulated by securities insider trading laws. Here's the Polymarket CEO being asked a question about insider trading too. He seems to suggest maybe it is also a good thing.
But predictive markets do rely on someone having some inside information.
Yeah, I think that people going and having an edge to the market is a good thing. Obviously, you need to curate them and you need to be really clear and stringent on where the line is drawn and like sort of ethics, and we spend a lot of time on that, but it's sort of an inevitability that this will happen and there's a lot of benefits from it, and people will adapt.
Wait, what? What does he mean? It's inevitable that we're gonna have insider trading and people should just adapt to the idea that they're gonna be front run by some insider. I mean, is this not crazy to anyone else? Like, I saw on our Reddit the other day, somebody was like, hey, CoffeeZilla, you should expose
let me
this
focus
Google
on hitting
inside
that
trader
I
on
think
Polymarket. And I was just thinking to myself, like, expose what? Like, this is explicitly part of the offering of platforms like this, is they say, hey, you're gonna get the signal early. How do you think they're getting this signal? Like, this is a feature, not a bug of these platforms, and by implementing non-insider trading rules, they're actually hurting the edge of these markets. Now, the last thing I want to say is that not all gambling companies see prediction markets as a bad thing. Actually, there has been a big split and divide at the American Gaming Association. DraftKings and FanDuel recently dropped out. This is the NCAA president saying, I'd be willing to conclude that that's a big part of their reasoning, is they're going to get into the prediction market space. They can't afford to let those folks dominate all that green space they can't currently access. Giving away the game, again, that this is all gambling. The whole reason that the gambling companies hate this is because they're stealing your lunch. The whole reason that some gambling companies are embracing it is because they see it as the future of gambling, because they can target more people at a lower age in more states. And when you actually hear the CEOs of sports betting companies talk about this, they say they think they have an edge in this space.
And DraftKings and Fanatics, I think we have such strategic advantages from the enormous customer base that we have to all of the experience. And we have,
Are you saying like an advantage over the Kalshis and Polymarket?
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so some of the gambling companies, the ones that are leaving the American Gaming Association, they're the ones that are like, yeah, this is actually great. We love this. We're entering this. We have a strategic edge because this is all gambling, of course. And so we're going to, of course, clean up because we have the most experience in the gambling space. The only way to really solve this is regulation, which we are absolutely
I'm glad I went for that. It wouldn't have
rules
happened
of the road on,
without
at least not
And it's close.
make any kind of
Almost
meaningful
missed that.
stop to the kind of crazy takeover that's been
That's
happening.
important.
And the
That was
reason I'm
close.
willing to bet on that,
Actually, it's
ironically,
not
is
really
because
important.
of this headline right here. Trump media enters prediction market business. If you didn't know, the Trump family is getting
What
very
is my
invested
teammate
into
doing?
prediction markets. In fact, you had Don Jr. Become the Polymarket advisor. He was also an advisor of Kalshi as well. Now I guess they're taking all that experience and offering a Truth Social prediction market called Truth Predict. It's a partnership between Trump's media social network, Truth Social, and Crypto.com's Derivatives of North America. It'll allow our loyal users to engage in prediction markets with a trusted network, while harnessing our social platform to provide totally unique ways for users to discuss, aka gamble, and compare their predictions. So our president literally has a financial stake, or at least his family does, in the prediction markets going well, and part of going well means keeping the regulatory sort of free, open ocean of opportunity right now, which means no regulation.
All I can say is okay, like what?
Honestly, I have very low expectations for regulators doing anything. The very fact that they're debating with Brian Armstrong about whether we should just allow insider trading with one of the, possible commissioners is basically a giant red flag of what's to come. But I just wanted to cover this. I wanted to give people a primer on what these platforms are, what they do, what their arguments are, and the fact that they're fighting with the gambling companies over market share of our country, which I think is probably
I have to admit they're pretty good.
bad. When the casinos say you're cheating, you're getting ahead by breaking the rules, that's probably a bad sign.
Yasmin Mohammed on the Zach Sage Fox Street Smart show, a channel I've collabed with in the past who are incredible.
It's weird how that was how the video.
She's amazing. I've met her briefly one time in Israel. She's an incredible person.
I hate when I lose though, because then I
have to be a white
do
colonizer just like me. You can get the merch down below in the description. And let's get right into the show. We're going to do a reaction
or 10,
to this clip here.
depending.
Let's take a look.
To the Quran, a man has the right to beat his wife. In fact, it instructs men to beat their wives if they fear disobedience or arrogance.
What is radical Islam, and how is it different from Islam? Today I fly in author and survivor Yasmin Mohammed to help explain.
I'm assuming you knew of his involvement during the marriage.
Unfortunately, I didn't.
Oh, you did not?
Yeah, I was married to him against my will. I was just 19. I did learn through CSIS, Canadian CIA. They're the ones that told me of his involvement with Al-Qaeda and his relationship with Bin Laden and everything. And by then, I already had a daughter with him.
Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry you went through that.
What was the feeling when you found out?
I wasn't too surprised. He was a pretty evil person. They showed me a picture of him behind bars in Egypt, and they said, "You're free," and that was the last I ever heard from them.
At 19, you had experienced that. Like, I'm so sorry to you.
Did your family know about his involvement?
Yeah. They chose him specifically because of his involvement. The way my mom put it, she needed to find a man that was strong enough to control me.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
So that's why they forced me into a marriage with a terrorist when I was 19.
This was in Canada, by the way.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mom.
While y'all worked together, were there like clear signs that he was an evil man?
He was so quintessentially abusive in every possible way.
Were you or your husband, I guess, like enforcing Sharia law even within Canada?
Sharia means Islamic law. You can have it within your home, within your community, and also within the country.
Okay.
So yeah, my home was a Sharia bubble, but I'm in Canada.
Your husband would beat you justifying it under Sharia law, right?
Yeah.
I read that in your book. Yeah.
That's correct, because according to the Quran, chapter 4, verse 34, a man has the right to beat his wife. In fact, it instructs men to beat their wives if they fear disobedience or arrogance.
And this was in Canada?
This was in Canada, yeah.
How did you get out?
It was not easy. It took a very long time.
For some reason, I don't see if Muslims are asking Muslim women. And it's very obvious when a woman is Muslim. Usually they have a hijab. That's
When she went to
easy
work,
to
I went to
tell.
a lawyer and I said, I need full custody of my daughter.
For some
I need a
reason, the
divorce, and I need a
Muslims usually
restraining order
harass more
ASAP. And that's
women.
in a secular
Or
country.
like
That's
not
in a free
normal,
country.
but
That's
like
in Canada. So you can just imagine women like me in a
non-Muslim
similar
women.
situation in Afghanistan, in Sudan, in Somalia, in Saudi Arabia, Pakistan. It's way, 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 way harder.
I'm sorry you went through that. I can't even imagine it.
How much of the Islamic world is this happening?
Well, this is very common. Egypt, Morocco, in the States, all over the place. Yeah, France, Sweden, Germany, Canada, UK. Yeah, it's a very common tactic.
Why are there so many radical Islamists in the Middle East? They're fleeing what's happening because of radicalism, and then they come to the West to spread it. Like, what is that about?
Well, first of all, they're not fleeing radical Islam. That's the first thing.
Right.
They want better housing. They want better education, better social services.
They want the
for.
perks of democracy, but they also want to see its downfall.
You're 100% correct. That's exactly what I grew up in.
Yeah, that
they
was
believe
way
that
off.
the whole planet should be Muslim.
And is that
praying
in
to
the
Allah.
Quran?
Yeah. No, that's a mainstream belief.
Would you say Hamas and Al Qaeda are one of the same?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
Why do you think no one's talking about trying to give a better life to the Palestinians without Hamas as their government?
Those kids that are becoming Hamas supporters or Hamas terrorists are celebrated east and west. Whether it's on TikTok or whether it's in their mosques, people are like, good for you, kill the Jews.
We're acting like Hamas is a resistance group and not Al-Qaeda. Like, how do you think we got here?
I think that 9/11 was a long time ago, and a lot of people are not paying attention.
You said never forget, but I do think people are forgetting.
We get comfortable.
Yeah.
How do you feel about the Palestine-Israel conflict? I know it's very controversial. I know on the Palestine side, the government is kind of similar. What's your view on this?
My father is from Gaza, and so I very much was born and raised into this. The goal here is to eradicate Israel, to eradicate all Jews. And in fact, there's a hadith, which is an Islamic doctrine, that talks about how when there is a war between the Muslims and the Jews will be hiding behind the trees and behind the rocks. And the trees and the rocks will speak, and they'll say, "Oh Muslim, there is a Jew hiding behind me. Come kill him." So it's an ideology that very much is interested in the genocide of Jewish people. It's not interested in progressing Palestinian people.
To be honest, that's
billions
fun
of dollars
for
of
me.
funding that have gone to them. They didn't use it to further their own people and to uplift their own people. They used it to build tunnels.
Yes.
To continue their terrorism.
It's just so interesting to me. Seeing from your side is like insane to me.
Are you in college?
I am in college.
Where do you go, NYU?
I do.
Have you had professors that demonize Israel?
They will typically lean towards Palestine rather than anything. So, yeah.
Right. And why do you think they ignore the radical Islam elephant in the room that Hamas, which is pretty much the exact same thing as Al-Qaeda fundamentally, attacked Israel because they say themselves they want to kill Jews worldwide?
I would think maybe the bun in Brandeis is funded by Qatar.
What's like the thing that people should get the most out of your circumstance? Like, what could you like tell other young women, other young people who might find themselves in similar situations?
I don't see why.
Here in the West
No,
in
I see
general, I
why
would
dumb
ask them to
Americans would
be
do that.
just
But it's like a
as generous with their
pro-Palestinian
criticism of
organization.
Islam as they are of any other ideology. When they
In
see
our,
misogyny, speak out against it. You
in
see homophobia,
Brandeis,
speak
in
out
our
against it. Don't
university,
say, well, I can't speak out
that
against
just,
it from these folk because that would be bigoted or racist or Islamophobic or whatever.
It's not
But I
a
can only criticize
recognized
it when it comes
club
from
by,
these folks over here, right?
by Brandeis, but they are annoying. And it might be
Great
because of
meeting you.
Qatar.
I feel so blessed to have this conversation with you.
I am so glad that you stopped and spoke to me.
You're amazing.
Give me a hug.
Yeah.
You're awesome.
God bless you. Thank you for
Thank
being
you.
here.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.
Yasmin Mohammed is a fucking hero. And this always comes back to the same conversation of Islamophobia, you know, these ex-Muslims who
Why is
believe
everyone?
Islam and then speak
There's
up
like
about
so
the horrors
many
of the
people
Islam
named
and
Yasmin.
how
I
they're
kind
racist
of
and
recently
Islamophobic and they
realized
hate
that.
Muslims. Here's the reality. How can we criticize somebody who was forced to marry an Al-Qaeda terrorist, who is from Gaza, who is part Palestinian, part Egyptian?
Close enough.
How can we criticize her? You know, when I met Yasmin Mohammed, it was on the Solidarity Tour with Muslims who are coming to Israel to learn about October 7th. I met her on the border of Gaza. Again, we briefly spoke.
I think it's fun.
How can you judge a person who's been through so much, who's experienced so much, and has so much trauma, and is amongst millions of ex-Muslims? These aren't dissenters or propagandists. These are people who left this way of life because it endangered them, because it endangered their family, because it ruined their life. How can we judge somebody like her? How can we judge what they've been through? I say my ideology with ex-Muslims is I don't have to agree with everything that they say. Actually, for the most part, everything Yasmin Mohammed said in this video, I agree with. But you don't have to agree with everything an ex-Muslim says. But can you listen? Can you hear them out? Can you be open to the idea that they're allowed to maybe be Islamophobic a little bit? That they're allowed to fear this movement that they left, that quite literally took over their lives and ruined their life? Can we be open to that? I think we should be. That's my 2 cents.
I think there's a
I'll see
lot
you guys
of
in the next one. I love you long time. Goodbye.
Muslims, ex-Muslims that are Islamophobic.
Hey, are you a Zionist?
And I don't think Islamophobic
What is this hesitation? You think
is
Judah
the
the Maccabee
bad
was
thing
hesitating when he was
necessarily.
fighting for Israel?
Like, it
Here, take
depends.
this. You think Queen
I
Esther
think
hesitated before
immigrant
stopping
wise,
Haman from ending the
it's
Jews in
not
Persia?
really
Well,
Islamophobic.
hey, Habibi,
That, like if too many Islamic people just come to your country, that's not really Islamophobic. That was good, just a shot before that one. It's not really Islamophobic to not want Islamic people
Absolutely, a bitch.
to come to your country given what they did
2,000 years ago. Here, take
and
a shell
given
with a
Sharia
magic
law.
head for you.
Sharia
Goodbye.
law.
They say they kick you from 109 countries. Here, join the 109 club. Take shell and matching head.
Nice.
For you, good price. Habibi,
Just
you want
leave
to
the
silence?
hand.
Here, take shell, matching head. You like Kuba Select shel Safta? Here, take
Yes, I
shell,
like
matching head. Take sticker, take hoodie, take, good price, take, good price, take, good price, take, good price. Yossi, achi, he understands you, stop! A good Zionist goes to the travelingclad.com and buys merch.
I knew
Yalla,
that.
Habibi, for you, good price.
It just wasn't
The best way to
100%
support
sure.
me is by donating
Okay.
on Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, or becoming a member
Nice.
of my Patreon.
I'm
Your
getting a
support
lot
is very
now.
much needed and very
I
much
feel like
appreciated.
this
Thank you.
is practice for something. Like it is
Rocket League
working
just added
for
a new
something.
competitive mode for the first time in ages. Heatseeker is officially and
I don't
permanently
think that's
added,
good,
which
but
means
I'll-
you can get SSL in an entirely new game mode. And today, I'm going to show you what kind of skill it takes to achieve the highest rank in Heatseeker. So thanks to Epic Games for sponsoring this video, and let me explain. If you
Really?
didn't know, a year ago, I made a video on the world's best Heatseeker players, and since then, the
Epic
Heatseeker community
Games
has been playing
sponsored this
leagues and
video, that's
thriving in the
good.
background. So I'm going to introduce you to the current #1 and #2
That was good, but a
Heatseeker
bit low
players,
still.
Bramble and Zinx. They agreed to partner up with me and face against 5 different levels of Heatseeker ranks until we play the second
still.
best team in the world at the end. Because the first best team is, well, with me. Also,
Yes, sir.
before we start, I'd suggest playing some Heatseeker yourself. There's a Bring the Heat challenge event live right now, which will gain you some sweet rewards, like this flaming eyeball, these drops, or this title I can get just by queuing up like I am right now for the new ranked
Yeah,
Heatseeker mode.
okay.
It's live
I
only from
just
December
checked. I
10th
think
to
that was.
17th,
I don't
so join that
remember what
before it's
that
too
was,
late,
but I
and now
know
let
it
me
was
show you what the
bad.
top level of this game
Close
mode can
enough.
look like. For round 1, we're facing Grand Champs. This is going to show how much better a Heatseeker main is than your average competitive player. Trust me, these guys are crazy. Let's be real, if they score a single goal, there's a problem.
No, you're actually right.
What should
That
be
is
my
true. I'm on the
role?
wrong team.
What is my job today?
We were thinking that like you could start off like upfield or like midfield, since this game we're probably gonna win.
You know
anyway,
what? I'll
and then for like
count
the
it.
later rounds, then you can switch over.
Oh,
That was probably the highest or the second highest I ever done. So
whatever you want.
What are you? You're telling me to just go AFK? Alright, I'm in. Alright, hold on.
If that's what you want.
My goal is to get like a nice touch. Oh, Bramble to me? Oh, imagine. Alright,
Oh yeah, I'm ready. I'm
cross.
free jumping you things.
Bramble.
Off the ceiling, that's a goal.
Dude, what a shot! I like that play. Off the ceiling so it goes low.
The
That's
thing
super
is-
smart.
Yeah.
Everyone's
I
always
don't know. I
jumping
think that's too
high.
high. But the thing is,
So are you guys stoked that there's
I think we don't have
competitive
enough
Heatseeker?
videos.
since they made
So
the
after
announcement that server has
practice,
been
I'm
very
gonna get an hour load of videos again.
Yes, everyone is getting ready.
Zinx, you're a newcomer. Like, what has been your come up?
Basically, I joined
Close
the
enough.
server and then started grinding ranked and then slowly worked my way up and people recognized me. And then now I'm at where I'm at now.
Okay, wow, that was extremely
It's a
vague.
pretty silly play.
About as
And now he is top 2.
Maybe
North
it's a
America.
little.
Well, I don't know.
Did I asked for the 2 very
Also
best
close
Heatseeker
enough.
players, and this is who Klexic recommended be on my team. So
Oh,
I
nice.
guess that's pretty high praise. I'm expecting you guys to be top 1 and 2 on the leaderboard. So we'll see. Oh, what a shot!
We'll see. There's some Middle East players that are really good as well.
Oh, yeah.
so.
Really? Is it like cross region?
Yes.
There's some other regions kind of going.
11. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
the main 2 strong regions is NA and Middle East, and then Europe is a little behind. We have a league just called HSL, which literally just stands for Heatseeker League. We're
Yeah.
not very creative.
Nice.
Our last
There
one,
was-
was at the
yeah,
end
that
of
was the
last
last
year,
one.
and a Middle East team won that one actually.
Dude, this game is so
Yeah,
easy.
they're
I
very
just drive
good
around,
at it.
don't even hit the ball, and just do whatever I want, and then we
All right,
win.
this one's coming to you off the wall.
Oh, I wasn't looking.
This
I was
is a good one.
demoing. I'm not gonna lie. Bramble, I mean, it says a lot that you've held your lead for a year now, at least since I last played with you. So, what are you doing to grind?
I actually just came off of a pretty long break.
Really? Oh, shoot. So there's just that much frustrating indicator of its
I want to see what this one.
This
I do
unfortunate
think there
story
is
with
a
Eric
factor of like experience, so
and
yeah, you're just a
the
veteran.
entire
I got you. I got an assist. I did something. I
Let me
contributed.
put
Who's
that.
on y'all's
Now
top
let's
team
do
right now? I
this
assume
and
it's
then let's
you,
put this.
Zinx.
Zinx is no. Me and Zinx are not on the same.
Let's
team.
do the
Since
next
last
one
time,
here.
The teams have gotten the top teams have been like a lot more even. So Zinx's team won the last event we had, and the two guys. You know Wisp actually. Wisp is on his team.
Yeah, Wisp is solid. Wisp is actually playing us next round.
Is he really? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he's one of the SSLs. Yeah.
Oh, this is so.
That makes so much more sense. Okay, well then we've got a very solid.
I can't believe he's sponsored by
It's actually over now. We're going
Epic
right into it
Games.
right now.
That's
Now
like
we're
you're
moving on
getting
to
Rocket League
SSLs and
to
incredibly high
sponsor.
MMR players. This is going to be a better test, and we'll see if
Literally
competitive
ground
skill
level.
translates to Heatseeker. Guys, they were terrified. Holy smokes. When they got in the lobby, they just started crying. I'm not even lying. Everyone except for Wisp was bawling. Fine, I'll try some goalie. Here we go.
Alright.
Alright, I'm chilling.
He is kidding. I don't
Boys.
know what he's talking
Yeah, guys, I think I'm gonna say.
Close
Oh, I
enough.
don't even have to touch it. My teammates touch it in midfield. That's crazy. I'm not used to this. And he reads double taps? Dude, the kind of Heatseeker I've been playing has not looked like that. I'll say. So what team is Wisp on? You said he had a
Definitely
really good
not
team.
good.
He's on Zinx.
He's on my team.
Oh shoot! So this is your
Also,
teammate? You
yeah.
can embarrass him?
Oh shoot.
I got you.
Good save.
Good save.
Let's
Good
go.
save.
It was
Good
not a good
save.
save. Oh,
He might lose. He
read
may or may
that.
not
Zinx,
lose.
go.
Even though it was too high,
I had faith in
it's
you.
still good
This is your
enough.
moment. I feel like now we're really starting to see the difference between
Enough.
nice Heatseeker skill versus just competitive skill. Bramble, go.
Wisp is gonna clip on us.
Clip.
He might.
That actually was a good shot. Okay, that was actually a pretty good read.
Maybe
I
it's
can tell
good
none of the
enough,
other
yeah.
SSLs like even know how to get up for that,
Yeah.
but Wisp is already ready. He got a reset? That was actually pretty
Gotta
sick.
reset.
Okay, I'm getting bumped, so I'm just gonna keep dodging. It's fine. I like our 2v2 odds. I'll say it. Oh.
It's gonna get there. It's gonna get there.
It's gonna get there.
Eventually.
Yeah, you just, okay guys,
Right.
whenever I have a save, just tell me what direction you want it, and I'll try to just boom it that way.
Alright, sounds good, sounds good.
We are up by a good enough lead. I don't know why I'm feeling confident. This is our, I guess, our next lowest day, so show me a clip. That was a pretty nice shot, Bramble. That was pretty nice.
Thank you. I was missing that all day today.
What would
Alright,
be
I have
like
this.
the classic
I do not have
clip
this.
in Heatseeker?
I'll pass that over to you.
What's kind of the shot?
The double touch.
That double that he just scored, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Just a clean double. That's kind
the
of like
one.
how you know he's a little flashy with it.
Yeah.
Is Zinx go? Oh, to Bram? Oh, he reads
Save.
that.
Save.
See,
Look at the
reads that.
save.
What a save by Wisp, holy. That was actually a sick shot. Okay, we're at,
Oh, I'm
we're at
missing.
max speed now. I
Alright, so
like
you
it.
Zinx.
I'm literally doing nothing. I'm just camping. I don't even have to touch it.
Oh.
No, what?
Close enough to good, so alright.
Dang it. Okay, so you gotta hit it forward.
I don't know, I think that was good.
Let's say
Maybe
someone's
too
jumping into
high.
competitive
Oh,
Heatseeker
wow,
for
okay.
the first time. What's like the go-to strategy to actually win more Heatseeker matches?
Got
In
to,
3v3 at least, there's kind of like a formation of like one goalie, one midfielder.
You know
one
what? It's
outfield.
low, but I'll still.
And I think that'll help a lot for like new players starting out, because
Okay,
then it
just
kind
have
of
a
makes
position.
your role a lot simpler.
That was too low
Yeah.
for sure.
Alright boys, looks like the SSL round is
Oh,
good.
wow.
We're about to move on to an actual full team of Heatseeker mains, so things are about to step up. I'm excited. For round 3, we've got some of the lower tier Heatseeker pros, and this is going to be our first real test of Heatseeker. Let's see how we hold up. Alright boys, on to round 3. Klexic, tell me who we're playing. You actually set this up.
All right,
This is gonna
so
be fun.
I don't know if you remember, but we did talk about the Josh shot a bit ago.
We did, I
and
remember, I love the
we
Josh
got
shot.
this guy specifically for that. Here you
Yeah.
go, the creator.
He also has a super cringe kickoff strategy.
I can't wait to see.
You might-
it. Okay, who is a Booster Gold? That feels like he sells his work on Fiverr.com.
He's the owner of the Discord. He made the Discord. Heatseeker Hub.
Got you. Okay, yeah. It's been a while since I've caught up on my
Yes.
Heatseeker lore, so I might be missing some facts.
Of course.
And who is Chris 50?
He's been here since the beginning, I think, pretty much. And, you know, he was a top
I
player
don't
for a
know,
while.
probably
You
too
know,
low.
fell off a bit recently.
Yeah,
not gonna
maybe
lie,
I
but
should have
he's still here.
reset.
Okay, this is a perfect matchup then. I'm interested to see if they do better than the SSLs, who would be like practice players who just don't play Heatseeker. Let's see. I feel like they should, but right now it's looking pretty bad. That was just a straight up whiff. Like, I'm not trying to say I would have had that, but honestly, I would have had that. You know what I'm saying?
I think you would have had that too.
Looking very, very good. All right,
Oh, there's the kickoff.
Okay, so what is that? One
Basically went high to fake out, you know, the team, and then but he typed low, so then they pass it low, and then he can jaw shot.
You know, Rocket League is so much worse when you just steer.
I would like to actually see a Josh shot on Josh himself. Do you think we can facilitate that?
We could. I think we could pull that off.
Oh, he's going for it. Wait, no, he missed. All right, boys, I'm taking up top field. My goal is to Josh shot, so I'm just gonna camp.
All right,
I'm just gonna pop it. This is the only thing I did about a year ago. Oh, it's almost there. Okay.
All right, it's coming to you.
Okay. Oh, so it's way
Wait,
too
I might have
powerful.
scored.
What is that? That was not even good.
It's going on next.
At the
That
highest
was
level,
also
are
pretty
most
high, to be
points
honest.
scored when the ball is pink like this?
I think it's easier to score something that's not just a shot. Like a lot of times the ball speed will do the work, just because it's hard to recover sometimes after the ball is going so fast.
Sure, yeah.
The
it's
ball
just
is
too fast.
pink? Wait, I want
It's
to
so
see what...
close, but so far.
No, that's normal.
Chris, yeah, I'm Bobby him.
Wait, what?
Pass. Makes sense. It's so close, but so far. I'm gonna have to just bump Chris. Yeah, I'm Bobby him. Crazy tech, guys. I just discovered it. If you bump the goalie, it's easy.
This is, I think we call that a stripe.
Yeah, the stripe.
Same comms.
Literally played
Same
the game.
comms.
I think we call that a stripe.
Yeah, the stripe.
Same comms.
Oh, I didn't realize he almost has 1 million subscribers. That's crazy.
This is a camera lucida, and throughout the 19th century, it was
That's
an
a lot.
indispensable drawing aid.
Way more than that.
Need that low ball, you know? Oh, shoot. Oh, Bram!
I prefer...
Beat him.
Shoot up a little.
I prefer, Vesemir.
Oh, I missed, and it was big. No, I faked him.
If you don't like Vesemir, the other guy.
Boys, I'm not gonna lie, that
I
round was
prefer
pretty easy,
him,
but it was good
but
to see these boys
yeah.
part of the Heat Seeker history.
They're still good as well.
We got him out of retirement for the video strike. We got him out.
Yeah, whatever, I practiced
This
basically
second
the
last
same.
round is going to be intense. We're about to play some of the best Heat Seeker players in the world who consistently rank high each season.
We got Lid. He's definitely the most
Wait,
known,
no, I
probably
wanna-
Heat Seeker player. Got like one of the most viewed
trying
TikToks for
it.
Rocket League. So Burnzy, he's an admin in Heat Seeker Heaven, and then Orcas, he's just another long-standing member, you know.
Rams up. You guys are both up. Okay, I'm away back. I see you're both up.
Come over here. Orcas has his touch.
Nice.
Bad.
Okay, clean.
Oh, that Burnzy saves that.
Oh,
he
and
does.
Oh, yeah.
Ram's not even ready, bro. Guys, what do you feel like separates like some of these bottom tier players from like really top tier Heat Seeker?
Mechanics.
Just like reading the ball. Do you think that's
Mechanics and playtime.
okay? So just experience, just like everything, I guess.
Exactly.
A really good answer from us there.
Yeah.
Some of these people actually just need to like play soccer.
So you think
The local
soccer actually
mechanics.
does help? You think the
I
ready
do. I wholeheartedly do.
Do you still play the competitive mode? Nice
Oh,
shot.
damn.
I peaked GC3, so I would still say I'm fairly high ranked.
Are there training packs for Heat Seeker? Like, how do you actually get in the reps?
There's Bacchus Mod plugin made by one of our community members, ACC, and he recently updated.
Finally it works.
Oh,
I didn't think it was going to.
Heat
So
Seeker,
there's not plugins
unranked.
to help with Heat Seeker. I'm kind of hoping with the introduction of the competitive
Yeah,
mode,
okay.
maybe they'll add some ways to
Bottom
practice. I feel like
15%.
this, unlike some other modes, just takes a lot of practice. Net's open for a second. Nice shot by
I'm going for diamond
Our
though.
boys 2-2. Alright boys, let's lock in. Let's tie this up. I have faith. Zinx with a read?
bang.
Okay, easy.
I'll do
Don't worry
good.
guys, I'll be here all day, hyping you up, and then we'll immediately score.
Also, core good
I've
start.
saved about half of the
Okay.
goals that have come my way, for sure. Dude, he tried to josh me, I saw it.
He did it, bro.
What was about that?
They want the win, man.
They do. Nice read by Zinx. You gotta do what you gotta do, but I would never go for that.
I helped him score.
Nice shot. Read it? Oh shoot, he's crazy.
More.
That's difficult.
Come on.
Oh, it's open now.
Let's go!
Oh, it's open now.
I'm back. Okay.
Yeah.
Ram up. Nice. Zinx.
You got time.
Oh,
Yeah, he was already ready.
Nice, you're both up though.
Miss. He didn't miss.
It's fine. I got it.
Okay.
Oh,
Shot,
that was a weird angle.
Alright boys, I got you. I have one job, the ball is not going in the net. Do your thing. Let's go. So we gotta win this and then also the next round, which is gonna be much tougher.
Oh, you.
Perfect.
Bang.
Oh, I tried.
Almost. Alright, that's that Bram touch. Perfect. Liz gonna challenge. I'm back.
I don't know if I have the touch here.
Oh, imagine fake him. Sync speed.
It's over me.
Alright, overtime.
Alright, we're chilling.
I'm waiting.
Have that.
Oh, he bumped me.
Okay.
I have it still.
Okay, leaving. Work. Crazy touch. Go in.
On target. He's
on
there it is.
What? He didn't read it, Burnsy.
He didn't expect the ceiling.
Yeah, reading the ceiling is so challenging. That's crazy. Well, just like that, you guys won this round, and I was also there. So now
I wanted to say what I said, but I think that was partially
This
my.
would be pretty crazy. For the final round, we are playing the very best Heatseeker players aside from my own teammates.
All right, we got Aceburger, you know, the prodigy, yes, and then we got Aesthetic Cheeks, the most jacked Heatseeker player you'll see, bro. He's massive.
Really? It's just he hits the gym.
And then okay, and that's all I'm gonna say on that.
Okay, all right, boys, just do
Alright,
your
we
thing.
wanna go for kickoff
This is
here?
a 2 out of 3. Just tell me what to do. Okay,
Alright, just make sure the ball doesn't roll in.
Okay, roll, but bounces
That's your
or
roll. Wow.
flies is fine. That's not really on me.
If they redirect it and it goes past you, that's okay.
All right, that's a no. OK's on the other side of the field. I'm pretty sure, actually. Oh, he's up, dude.
He's
OK
gonna
is
love
up on the roof. You weren't even lying. He loves that place. Okay.
They're all pushed out. Low-key.
They are. Sinks is alone. I got it.
That's a shot.
Okay, so I picked the wrong side. Let's go. I should mention $100 is on the line. This is technically the best Heatseeker match you can possibly play. So we wanted to put something up to keep it interesting. So these boys are incentivized to win, so you know that they're actually trying their very hardest. And I tried my hardest to read that, and I didn't get it. I think I'm gonna go for wider angles. I've been kind of sitting in the middle of the net, but I can tell these guys are better than that. Like they're hitting angles, you know? Dude, okay, calm down. He's just floating the whole time. Underneath him, perfect. You got 2 up there. Nice.
Damn, that's very annoying how I
Crazy
accidentally
shot. Well,
put it out.
Bram is confirmed crazy. All right.
Oh, it's
Oh no. Ooh,
Holy, almost did a triple right there.
Aceburger double touch.
I can't hit the ball.
I can't. Boys, I feel like I'm almost useless in the net, so if it's more helpful, I can start to push out slightly so you don't have to cover me the whole time, because I probably have just as high as luck.
Really?
Maybe some bumps and up.
Do you want me to go all the way up or like stay back? But
Yeah,
just, like,
I would say you could go.
Okay, fine.
That would work.
I'm in. Let me just go after these boys.
No one's there, right? Oh.
No, he got me.
No. Tough for round 1.
Damn, we're
We got lucky
doing the
that we did make
worst
some
we can
changes for round
possibly
2.
do.
Bumped cheeks.
Oh,
Nice.
Let's go. Come here, okay?
Oh.
Oh, close.
Two
I
up.
messed with him.
Oh, it's
Let's
in.
go. Nice.
Yep.
We're on to something.
Hold on. Come back.
Yes, sir. Oh, so close.
What's up? Going up. He can't reach.
I think it's not good to forfeit here.
Imagine.
I can't reach. Yeah.
Oh, that's too good. Yeah, the speed
It's
is
soon,
really
though.
a major difference that I'm
Pretty
noticing.
soon.
There's definitely something to this. All right, here we go. Oh, I jumped over.
To you. Okay, you got this.
Okay.
Oh yeah, the pass off the backboard.
Oh,
yeah.
Nice. All right, bet.
That's actually a very good play. Hitting it off backboard is like one of the best ways to score.
Yeah. Don't just go for goal. Hit it off the backboard. Makes sense.
Sometimes it's good to switch it up.
Yep.
They might have this.
Oh, that was kind of crazy.
I will say, I feel like we brought some momentum back, you know? 4-7's not too bad. For the $100, this is round 2 out of 3. Our goal is to win this so that we can get into the final round and potentially have a chance. So I'm gonna go back up field and just go mess with everybody.
Game 3.
Let's play game 3, boys. Come on, buddy. Die.
Oh yeah, shit, I
I
have
need
to
you to
do.
die.
Kill him.
Can't believe how bad we played there.
Save.
Have to do 30 minutes now just because of that.
Oh,
you again.
Demoed.
Nice.
Free.
At the end?
Oh,
Not
so
quite.
close.
It's off. I don't think it's shot.
Bumped. Oh, unlucky.
Oh, you might be here with us. Yeah, I know.
No, dude,
Oh my god. Stress, the only thing about your demo is that you're not seeing these crazy saves. Like,
Really? I can't see anything. Dude. I have no idea what's happening. I'm just trusting my team wholeheartedly. I have to turn ball cam off, so I literally can't see a single thing. Let's go.
I don't know actually if that was
They
bad.
beat me. Ceiling.
No, I got
Oh,
caught on the
shoot.
crossbar instead of falling off.
Boys. Here we go. 0-3. We got to make a major comeback. Let's go, boys. Touch.
Good enough, I think.
Might be in.
Nice shot.
Nice.
Let's go. Reed Bramble. Nice. Lucky.
You have that?
Demo.
Oh, nice.
That's so
Let's
big.
go.
Let's go, boys. 50 seconds. I'm so locked into these bumps. It's crazy. All right, one more goal. Come on, boys. We can do this.
I'm waiting.
Can't read it. Oh my gosh.
Try to beat. Nice. Bumped him. He's still got a touch.
Oh my god. It's in.
Shot.
Yes, let's
Nice.
go. 3-3. Way to bring this back. All right, I got to lock into these demos. I know I've been quiet, but keep doing your thing. Let's go.
Yeah, we're locked in too.
Okay.
Could have
He
been
almost
a
destroyed me.
Okay, he's playing up now. I can
Just
tell
a
he's
double?
scared.
Oh, you.
Scared.
I remember watching this guy when he was at 100. So
I'm playing low.
I think that was bad all
I
out.
can't even tell what's happening.
So,
I'm waiting.
because it's an I think.
It's off. I pass.
Nice, that's fine.
I pass again.
Nice.
I'm late to it. Nice.
We're good.
Dude, cheese is coming out of play. Come here, buddy.
I've made it. They're missing. I have fake.
Oh, that was good actually.
Nice.
Weirdly.
Bumped one? Can't get it. Surely.
Oh, boys,
I had him ran on where he wanted to shoot it, but
that's so brutal. I thought you guys played great. You had to play some defense there, but I mean, hey, that was an awesome team. I mean, especially in the Roadhog, that's just downright disrespectful. It's crazy.
Close enough. Oh yeah, I forgot. Okay, let's. Game Awards. Oh my gosh, this I can tell it's gonna take me a long time. 10,000. Sure. That's like. Oh wait, that's actually already a long time. That's like 40 minutes. Sure. The only reason I'm not clicking on it is because I don't want Rocket League commentary. Greenhouse? What is a greenhouse? $68 billion. Carry win. What is this? Not an hour yet. I think it might be enough though. I know I need to do something very
It's
soon.
not too out of the way, you figured, until you found a rental.
There's
This
gonna be
unfortunate
an
story
alarm.
with Erica Kirk, Candace Owens, and the entire idiocy behind this story is continuing. We've got a clip here from Will Kane interviewing Erica Kirk. I'm presuming about this story with Candace Owens. So let's take a look at this and see what they have to say. I'm Tall the Traveling Glad, your favorite white colonizer.
It's the conspiracies around Charlie's death. And, you know, when this first happened, you know that I do this every day for a living, and you're a part of this. Most of the ugliness and everything was coming from a predictable direction, the left. Now it's on the right. It's everywhere. And let me start here. You felt, I know you were asked, but you felt that now was your time to address it. Why?
Well, like I said earlier, I just want a very peaceful Christmas. I want my team to have a peaceful Christmas. I'm not going to sit here and mudsling. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to call names. I'm not going to insult. Everyone's loved my husband, and we're all trying to figure out what happened. I have a little bit more insight because I'm a victim. So I get to see the autopsy report. I get to see all of the files that our prosecution, has pulled together.
Maybe too high, I don't know.
And so, while everyone's trying to find the ultimate explanation of digging deeper and digging deeper, that's one thing. You know, if you want to dig into his Discord chats or whatever that guy was involved in, I don't care. Have a heyday with that. Go right ahead. I'm not telling you to not ask questions. I just told you this. I ask questions literally daily.
Yes.
That's not what this is about. What this is about is the accusations that somehow Turning Point USA, my husband's security team, my husband's friends, my husband's employees are somehow, and myself, are somehow implicated in his murder. That is a totally different line. Totally different line. So of course I am going to stand up for that. That's a line in the sand. Because anyone who knew Charlie and knows us, that's sick. It's sick. But if you want to go after whatever you want to go after down that way of great.
I don't know how I did that.
Don't accuse us. Don't overanalyze. Like, honestly, Will, I have no idea how I would have reacted that day if I was there and I saw my husband be murdered. So how are
I watched this already,
going to hyperanalyze
but whatever.
those people that love my husband, that were with him,
Close enough.
that second, thinking that their reaction meant somehow they were involved?
How do other people love her husband? You know, I really like him, but that's different than loving him. And yeah, I would hate to be there as well.
And what's so sad is that I know all of those people that were there that day, and I know all of the people who were impacted by this that were within our close orbit. And it is
that's what was coming.
To see
I'm gonna be back.
how exhausted they are to have
Okay, I'm back. Back, guys.
That's not fair. We are not robots.
How do they consume it, Erica? How does it I mean, social
That
media.
one, 7 out of it. Well, not 18.
Well, the team
That's
tells
pretty
me.
good.
I mean, I literally, I do not watch one thing. The team tells me if there's anything I need to know. I mean, honestly, I say unless I really need to know, tell me. But if I don't, please, I don't need to hear it. But that's we
So
try
they
to
come
guard
in,
it that way.
Erica,
But
and they're saying this now. This is the current line. This is what's happening.
not all the time. Not all the time. Sometimes honestly, it might not even be from the team. I'll get a phone call from someone and be like, "Hey, did you know that somehow you're involved with Romanian orphans being sex trafficked?" I'm like, "You've got to be kidding me!" Like, it becomes laughable at some point. I mean, again, we have been lied to over and over again. So there is a baseline of understanding of, okay, we're trying to seek the truth. I get that. Again, I'm not saying don't ask questions. But when you turn questions into accusations and you don't have proof, and you're leaving things open-ended as if our team or someone involved with our team is involved in it, and then you sit there and hyper-analyze my body movements, my tears, my frowns, my voice inflection, my faith, if it's not real or if it is real. I'm not going to waste my time with that. I have nothing to prove to you.
Where do you think
when
it's
you
coming
know
from,
the
Erica?
truth, I beg your pardon?
Where do you think it's coming from? Like, what's the motivation?
That's for each individual person. Everyone has their own motive. I'm not going to assume what those motives are. Some it might be, honestly, grief is weird. Everyone grieves differently. It's not linear. Comes in waves. Everyone has their own personal relationship with Charlie in a way where even if you didn't even meet him, you have a personal relationship with him because you watched his videos or you went to a campus event. Then you get to the next tier where you actually did meet him. That's another personal layer. Then you get to the next tier where you were actually a friend. So I'm not going to sit here and question or hyperanalyze what someone's motives is. That's in their own heart, and that's what they have to deal with responding to the Lord. That I'm not going to go. You have to put your head down on your pillow at night, and whatever your decision is, that was your decision. What I do ask, though, is that you keep in mind, again, there is a difference between questions and accusations. And if you have accusations and you are going to go down that rabbit hole, provide proof. I don't care if you're a journalist.
The thing is, even getting 12 in a row is kind of hard.
If you say accusations, provide proof. You can't just throw stuff out there.
Like,
and
of
then all
course,
a
it's
sudden
the
everyone thinks that
easiest
somehow that's true.
one,
It's
but
not.
like still,
And it's very hard to prove a negative.
I
So
can
if you
probably
say,
do
well, I don't
all
believe
of
what
them
they're
in
saying,
but
even though they're telling you the truth.
But I'm trying
Well,
to
how is
do
the truth
more.
going to set you free if you don't believe the truth? So now you're just talking in circles. My only prayer for all of this is that all of us can remember that Charlie was a thought leader. He would not want his life and his legacy to revolve around his murder. He would want his life and legacy to revolve around helping deliver the youth vote, helping to build Turning Point USA, helping to make a difference on college campuses. That is what I pray we focus on. The justice will be served, and trust me, it will. And again, you can have questions.
I mean,
But
an
please
interesting
honor my
point.
husband.
I think that's a good point.
I'm gonna ask you
But
one
I
last
don't think you should forgive the murderer as well.
I want you to know, and I want everybody
Why
to
do you
listen to me.
forgive someone
I'm
that
trying to
killed
ask
them?
you about this in
I
the
think
most
that's,
respectful way
yeah, I
possible.
said it earlier, that's a dumb part
This
about
is the juggle,
Christianity.
and
You
this is
really
what
are
I'm
gonna
saying.
forgive
I don't
someone
want
that
you
killed
to
your,
have to talk about something that you don't want to talk about. I
your
also
son. Like,
don't
what
want the
what
juvenile.
is wrong with
So the
you?
juvenile part of this is the prurient digging in, and it's also doing something that I've done so far in this interview, which I haven't mentioned.
Forgiving
I just
someone
didn't
who
mention her
killed
name.
you
And
is,
I didn't do that because
well,
I don't want
that's
to force you
not
to talk about it
possible.
if you don't want to.
Actually, yeah, there
But
are
everyone
people
listening
that die
knows.
and live
And so
later, but
after a while,
I
you're
mean,
like, oh,
forgiving
juvenile, everybody knows what I'm
someone
talking
that
about.
killed
And
your
I'll be upfront
son,
with
like,
you. I haven't kept up with
are
it.
you
I don't
talking
know
about?
everything.
Or like
I
your
don't know all the accusations. It's
husband,
impossible. It's
honestly,
impossible
yeah, I
to keep
don't-
up with.
yeah.
So in a lot of ways,
I also
guess
feel
am
bad
asking
for
about
his
something
parents,
that we're
like-
not addressing, and I
I
don't
don't
think
even know
that's
who
fair
his
to the
parents
guys.
are.
So I'm going to ask
Yeah.
you this last question on this, and what I'm going to say is, you have made a choice that has changed in the last week. Your team has been talking, and you have also said that a bridge has been crossed, talking about people that you know.
Low,
what I'm
but,
curious about, Erica, is
hello.
going forward, will you and the team, do you think you will talk about it more? Do you think you will address all of the stuff? Because to your point, you said it, and I feel it. It's growing.
Way too
It's not
long.
going away. You know, the chatter, the theories, it's growing. It's not going away. So how do you think you'll address that going forward?
Yeah, the chatter will always be there, regardless. What if we spent all
Oh,
our time
that's-
going through every single
that's
accusation?
nice.
We'd get nothing done at the office. Nothing. We were told
Too low.
that if we said stop,
Not too low. A bit too low, but surprisingly not that low.
and I'll say it again, please stop.
Oh, that.
I mean, there she is. I don't really know how much more direct Erica could be about her intentions in this manner, which is to just leave her the fuck alone and to stop coming up with conspiracy theories about her husband and his untimely death.
Yeah. And they're not leaving her.
Sorry. The story is so horrible to talk about because it's really one person that's instigating this shit. And you know what? I will give a lot of credit where credit's due to Tim Pool for finally blowing the cap and at least starting the resentment against Candace on the right. Not that Tim Pool is even a conservative or on the right.
Well, Cam Higby did the same thing.
But Candace hijacked the right and started infiltrating these retarded ideas. And people on Turning Point who are actually on the right are being affected deeply by it. And it almost seems like a monarchy shift. Like she's trying to take over the kingdom. Right? She's trying to take over what
Yeah,
they
like
created.
jumping makes
destroy
it
what they
lower, but
created.
it's already going super high, so it's
And
the right needs stuff.
it's just so
Weird.
dark. It's such a dark hole of despair. It's so gross, man.
The gross misunderstanding.
It's horrible. It's disgusting.
I think you can say that technically, but
And the
there are
fact that
other things.
Erica Kirk needs to feel like, and you can see, it's like Candace became like a boogeyman. Like people are afraid to say her name, to utter her name. Guess what? Us in Israel, we don't give a fuck. Fuck Candace Owens. She's a piece of garbage. We're not afraid. We'll call it out all day, every day. We'll call out her bullshit all day, every single day.
What a, that's a crazy.
No, I mean her
you
behavior
can't
is
say
abhorrent.
that.
It's
It's
disgusting. It is disgusting what she has done. It is
Not that
disgusting what
bad.
she has,
Oh,
what she
no.
has peddled. The ideas that she circulated here. And we got to see an end to this chapter. We have to see an end to this chapter. I will say, you didn't expect Candace to be one of the ones to make you have to feel like, you know, I remember when I came on here, maybe
That was
some of you guys
actually
remember
really
after
good.
his death, and I said, I'm going to double down, which is what I'm going to do. And I am doubling down. And a lot of people resonated with that message. A lot of creators too that I know personally resonated with that message of doubling down after his death. You didn't expect Candace Owens to be one of those people to make you want to double down. This could have even been, in my opinion, an inflection point for her to turn around and say, oh, maybe I fucked up. Maybe I'm making a mistake right now. Food for
Too
thought.
high, but I'll allow
I'll
it
see you
because
guys
I'm
next.
not
I love
sure
you.
exactly
Goodbye.
if it's too high enough to not allow it.
Man, these
I don't
comment
know.
sections are insane. What do you mean? Literally every comment is just like making
That's a
fun of
good
Jewish people,
show.
saying some stupid shit like it was promised to them 3,000 years ago, kicked out of 109 countries, white colonizers, then a bunch of Jews in the comment section getting triggered and calling it anti-Semitism. It's honestly, it's bringing me down. Okay, well here, take this. What's this? It's a white colonizer shirt from thetravelingclad.com. And here, take a matching hat. Why do you want me to wear this? Because when we laugh in their faces, it triggers them more. Like for example, my grandparents were kicked out of Baghdad, Iraq.
Right.
So guess what? I'm your Baghdaddy. Get it? And boom, here's a hat with a Pooh Bear on it. So you're saying when they make fun of
I
us,
think
just
that was
wear it?
not
Precisely.
the first one
What will trigger
wasn't
the
good,
stupid
but
pro-pallies more than
whatever.
proudly joining
First time
the
I heard
109 club for being kicked out
it
of
didn't work
109
anyway.
countries? Or are you openly
Too
embracing
late.
being a white colonizer? Or even just acknowledging that everything was promised to you 3,000 years ago? Don't run from it. Embrace it. Bet. TheTravelingClad.com. Embrace the meme, embrace the Jew hatred, and laugh in their face. TheTravelingClad.com.
If you don't want to buy any merchandise, the best way to support me is by donating on Buy Me a Coffee, my PayPal, or becoming a member on my Patreon. Your support is very much needed and very much appreciated. Thank you.
This Somalian guy tried to drive a massive Amazon truck through the airport delivery. We have a man who was furious because as he was working on a car on the side of the road, he was almost hit by a foreign truck driver.
Nearly took my stinking life. I seen my
Who
life
cares
flash
if it's a
before me.
foreign or
He's on a
non-foreign?
residential road.
Bro, I got lost,
Yeah, who cares?
and the guy saw me.
If foreign
something tells me
immigrants
that
do
this
more
is not
accidents or
going
not,
to end very
doesn't
pretty.
matter. They
That
shouldn't
and so
be
much
here
more
anyways.
coming up. Please make
Why
sure
does
that
it
you are
matter?
subscribed. There's massive news coming out of the Department of Transportation. They have just
The reality is they have 4% crime, while normal people in the US actually have like 10% or more. But who cares? They shouldn't be making any crime. They shouldn't be here
caused a major traffic jam this week.
at all.
And Sean
So
Duffy
like,
says
I
to
don't
make
get where
matters
that
worse,
point.
this driver
I
had
kind
a
of get
non-domiciled
that point
CDL
actually. It's
from New
important,
York and
but
could
it
not
doesn't matter. Doesn't make
We've
the
all been pointing fingers
immigrants
at California for handing out CDLs
a
to
good
whoever,
thing.
but it sounds
Like that
like
illegal
there's a lot
immigrant.
of issues coming out of New York as well.
This nationwide audit, we found the worst offender, which is the state of New York. 53% of New York's non-domiciled CDLs were issued unlawfully or illegally. Now, what New York does is, if an applicant comes in and they have a work authorization for 30 days, 60 days, 1 year, New York automatically issues them an 8-year commercial driver's license. That's contrary to the law.
I don't understand what is the point of this. Why do liberal cities try to ruin everything for themselves and everybody else who lives there and put their own safety in danger time after time in so many different ways? It doesn't make sense. Do they really need truck drivers that bad? Because what they're actually getting is situations like this. This is a video coming out of California.
How are you gonna be paying? How are you gonna be paying?
I don't know, maybe that's...
Can I send you money? What did he say?
I saw like a guy on probably an H-1B visa today.
You guys are familiar with
Like H-1B visa level of speaking English. It was like Como? Instead of saying what, like what? I don't know how to say what. That's the only thing.
Was he
But I
driving
said the
up to the
guy's
airport
name.
thinking,
Like,
man,
he gave
this
it
is
to
a
me.
big mansion.
DoorDashing
These
is
people
like,
must have a lot of
yeah,
money.
basically.
Did the airport
Even
order
Spanish
something?
people
It
that
makes
don't
no sense
speak
if you
English
just
at all
see
can
this
do the
arrival
job.
sign and think, oh, this is where I arrive. Like,
It's not
I
Spain
cannot
though,
make sense
or
of it.
Mexico. Why are you saying Como?
Look at
I don't know.
Why'd you go this way then? Huh? Why'd
Or
you
it
go
does
this way?
matter.
You know, they got me.
Because most of the legal immigrants that are that age
Oh, to go through the
are
arrivals? Yeah, back it up.
most of the legal immigrants that are this age are kind of they can speak.
Oh, okay.
Okay, he did.
So these
But the
companies try to
illegal,
save money
is
by
the
hiring
legal that's
foreign
coming
drivers,
here,
and then they
the
destroy
dad, okay, is
these
the dad knows,
incredibly
like,
expensive
usually it's the
trucks.
dad that's
Make it
doing.
make sense to me. In the long term,
Actually,
it's
there's
not
also
good for anybody,
H1B
and
visas,
it's
but
putting people
more
in danger.
legal immigrants know English than.
All right, first, what are you loaded with?
There's H1B and there's
having the driver
L1B,
back up
which
and
L1
reconnect the
you know
trailer after
English
hitting that
better.
K-rail. Oh, wow. Just connect the ones that connect to the light. Connect your light.
What's
There you go.
Oh, this do that.
Sensational.
But the thing is, it is a long time though.
As you can see,
23
Taco
minutes
was
is
in.
a long time, so I actually think 10 minutes is like
And he
realistic
tore
here.
off all his lines here. See that?
They need to send on the group.
The group? The group? Yeah, well, why would I send a link to a group chat? Is he the one paying? If he's not the one paying, I want the direct person that's gonna pay. I'll give you 10 minutes. If not, I'll just have I'll have the truck impounded. Taco rim.
I don't know what that is to be honest.
The drive of shame.
This is a truckload of absolute nonsense. He had no idea what a light was. He doesn't know how his truck works. And also, when I've spoken to truckers, they say one of the main issues with foreign drivers is they think they can use a GPS, but those don't show the height and weight restrictions. They don't show where they're not allowed to drive, like in airport arrival section. Or can you imagine just being on a residential road where our kids play or ride their bicycles and somebody thinks that it's okay to drive a semi-truck down them? I mean, he's following what his Garmin
I think that
watch told
wasn't
him
good
to
also,
do.
but
There's a reason why
I'm
people are
not sure.
upset.
I'm out here,
A bit high.
just nearly got hit and killed by another semi-truck driver. You can guess what kind of driver it
A
is.
bit
Stinking
right.
foreigner nearly hit and killed me.
Right enough,
Came
yeah.
within inches of me. I got in my truck, left the truck I was working on, got in my truck, chased them down into Georgia, and these troopers and this officer caught up to us. Y'all, something's got to be done. I'm shaking. I have a wife, a kid, and one on the way, and one of these just nearly took my life today. I am shaking, you guys. Nearly took my stinking life. I see my life flash before me. When I tell you this truck nearly hit me, it was in a foot of hitting and killing me. Guys, I'm out here.
Oh, that video just gives me the chills all over. And I mean, he was lucky. He was fortunate that we are not reading headlines about this man who had an entire family who is now without their dad. Okay? And this just makes me think a lot of these truck drivers don't even have the common sense of a normal driver. Like, American normal drivers have more common sense than these foreign truck drivers, because we know when somebody is pulled off on the side of the road, you switch lanes. You don't get 1 foot away from hitting them. It's just absolute barbaricness. Okay, it is just totally barbaric. This is coming out of Ontario, and they claim that he was an Indian truck driver. Okay, like, dude, this is embarrassing. How do you not realize this? How did you get in the truck and not realize that you never lowered this thing down? Dude. Like, if we cannot expect people to do something as obvious as this, then how can we expect them to use their blinker, stay in their lane, and follow the laws. I have this tiniest car, and I always
You know,
question
Wyoming
if I
might
can
be
fit during a
scary.
U-turn, because the last
Like
thing
a
I'd ever
whole
want to do is need to be
huge
able to
state
back up and
with
then go
less
forward
people
again.
than
I try to
Washington,
avoid
D.C.
U-turns at all costs.
That
And
actually
for
might
some
be
reason,
scary.
in the last few years, I have seen more truck drivers attempting to do U-turns than I have seen in my entire
That's
lifetime
actually too
combined. It is just disgraceful. There's too many videos like this. Like, he's on a residential road. Oh, gosh.
That was pretty high, but not enough.
And there's a long line of truckers waiting to pass this guy.
We're all in big
You're right.
I know, everybody.
So you have one foreign truck driver blocking
I don't
a
know,
bunch
actually,
of
if that's-
deliveries, blocking an entire system, but yet it was worth saving
I see it.
a little bit of money. And by the way, they lowered
I actually
the
go
prices
to
that American
Foxborough a
truckers
lot,
get
and
paid
like,
per mile too.
it's a bit far from my house, but for some reason I get orders from there a
I feel
lot.
bad for these truckers who have to put up with foreign truck drivers because they have a really difficult job. They spend oftentimes weeks away from their families. It's a dangerous job. They have to drive in some of the most insane conditions. And a lot of our states have incredibly icy roads. And they don't even know how, like, some foreign
Allow
truck
that
drivers
to
don't even know how to
redo-
drive
no,
a
that's
car
not even-
on icy
Actually,
roads.
maybe that
It's
was
dangerous.
whatever.
They need to be incredibly skilled. Here's another example of a brilliant idea to
Really
make a
dumb.
U-turn.
Bro, I got lost, right? And the guy saw me, right? It was not, don't you dare making a U-turn in my yard.
Half a mile turn right.
Yo, I had to make a U-turn because I don't know what's ahead of me. Hey, you gotta understand that, baby. It says no truck through. I'm not trying to take a chance, baby. And he was like, don't you dare make a U-turn, you boy. I'm sorry, boy.
This
It was
guy
too
brings
low,
up
but
a
I'll-
point that makes me so angry. And that's that I've seen in third world countries how the transportation works, the public transportation. These bus drivers that move the public, they will race each other and fight, break laws, whatever, just to be able to pick up the next person before other buses to try to make more money. So basically with this guy, I don't know, the idea of what he's saying that I'm getting is that I don't want to like waste time. I don't want to deal with all of that. I got to make a U-turn so I can hurry and get back on the road quickly. So it's selfish, not caring about the safety of others, but the quicker I go, the quicker I can,
It was
the
gonna
more
end
miles
up
I
even
get, the more
lower.
money I'm gonna make.
I think
And
that was two
so
left, but
they're
I'm
neglecting
not
safety
100%.
because of that. Maybe they know that
Oh,
making a U-turn is stupid.
that's probably too right.
Right? Well, this guy is bragging about it for some
Yeah,
reason. On
that-
top
that-
of that, while he is making this U-turn, he's filming himself. It's dangerous to record yourself in a car. Okay, see, I could barely make a video pretend
Not
to film
really.
myself right now. So, like,
You can
this,
set it down
while
somewhere.
you're holding the wheel of a massive truck is not a good idea. Trucks are heavy. Like, you
Yeah,
have
if
to
you're
have both
holding the
hands
phone, that's
on the
different,
steering
but
wheel at
you
all
can put
times.
it on.
And also, people looking down at GPSs is not safe either. American truck drivers grew up in America, and you can't take away that value that there's some parts of our culture that they just get. You cannot take shortcuts in life like this person's trying to do, blocking a double-laned road that you're not even supposed to pass on.
This guy making a U-turn on the 78, and he's gonna bury it right now. I need to tell him, not a good
Shouldn't
idea.
even have reset that. That's not
No,
a
he's gonna get stuck as fuck. Hold on. So, Straighten your wheel. Turn
Oh.
it that way. He's spun.
Too left.
Yay, by saving 10 minutes by getting off
Close.
the exit and then going back onto the opposite side of the highway or whatever, or pulling into a gas station, whatever you need to do to safely turn around and spend 7 minutes, you saved that just to cost yourself and everybody else hours.
10 minutes is
So
long.
this is where a truck driver that was caught in traffic came up, and I'm not a truck driver, but I do know that there's a switch on the dash that if you switch it, it activates both drive axles as opposed to those guys.
Oh, look at that cowboy. That was impressive.
Okay.
It activates both drive axles.
A 30-minute one. Finally, you get to.
I'm just dead because I
That
hear
was a
this guy
really long
talking.
episode.
He's like, I'm not a truck driver, but I know all of this incredibly specific stuff. Way more qualified to be a truck driver than those guys.
She's probably a 1 in a million guy, but
What a hero.
whatever,
That guy
I agree with
saved
her
their
messaging.
butts.
Okay, we're back down the road. They're not stuck anymore.
14%, that's crazy.
I tried to talk some sense into those guys, and there was
They're
two of them that
barely
were running
anyone
doubles.
this slow.
Neither one of them spoke English, and I'm not being that guy, but they had no idea what was going on. Big mess.
Please be that guy. We need to be that person. Man, oh man. This person says these incidents are way too common.
The driver, allegedly. My attorney says I got to keep saying that word allegedly. So this morning, our deputy stopped this truck for several violations. One was had bald tires, had 3 flat tires, it had a tail light.
Oh, that
out,
could have been
and
good.
it appeared to be
That was-
severely overweight. So he stopped the vehicle.
I have
the
some
deputy
sharp
got out of his patrol
gameplay,
car
whether it's
and
good or not
was
is
approaching the driver when this
different,
truck
but
began to roll backwards.
I have some
and
sharp
hit the
gameplay.
front of our patrol truck. So much damage that it's out of service now. We can't use the truck until it gets repaired. Why did that happen? Because allegedly, this truck had inoperable brakes, and so it rolled back into our patrol truck. The driver did not have a CDL, was not documented, and is now in the custody of Immigration and Customs. Him and the passenger. We called High Patrol over to do an inspection on this truck. 23 out-of-service violations. And as I drive by this vehicle, those of you who are experienced truckers can probably pick out all the safety violations right here as
I
I
could
drive
have
by. I
seen
mean,
them
look
swear
at these
that.
hoses here at the cab. Look, you can just tell the truck looks to be overweight. So I'm in the impound lot now of the tow company. I just had a conversation with the owner of this company who says that, you know, the person who was driving was not authorized to be driving and should not have been driving the truck.
It's like, how did he get behind the wheel? Like, who gave him the keys? Who hired him? And now he's sounds like he might be deported. I think in many ways this is attempted M-word just to the general public. With
N-word?
that many violations,
What?
driver
What
got
is
turned
N-word
around for not
related?
speaking English.
Attempted
Wonderful.
N-word? You can't say
They should
that.
have called ICE.
Down road.
His company is UUL. What are you doing, drop? Driver, what are you doing? If you don't understand,
Nice.
I cannot help him here. I want him to go back to the engine.
That was like a pro air dribble. I don't know how to explain it. The way I did it.
Discuss with you what he wants from me.
Nice for winning. Yes. I might reset the timer to 10 minutes. Maybe.
I want him, tell your driver to go to lane number 2, and I will help him in lane number 2.
Even 10-minute training is a ridiculous amount.
I will help him in lane number 2. Huh?
I don't know what he was doing there.
I mean, it's frustrating, just in general speaking, and somebody
Yeah.
doesn't understand what you're saying. One time in
Not really
middle
doing
school,
that.
I was in class, but my sister's grade was out on like the blacktop during recess
Her
time,
sister's
and a
grade?
Pepsi truck would come to drop off soda to the faculty because we never had soda, and so I believe
What
it
is
was
my-
just for the faculty. But it was a massive semi truck, and this dude gets out to make his delivery while the kids are playing on the blacktop, and then his semi
What's a
truck began to
blacktop?
roll into the blacktop.
To be honest, I don't.
And it rolled into a fence, a wire fence, and so it got tangled up in it and kind of stopped it. And the guy came outside, like, just shocked. He was so embarrassed. He couldn't believe it that he didn't put his truck in park. And my sister tells stories of the teachers like screaming, running, and just telling everybody to move, and just how terrifying that was. And it's a job with a big responsibility because, first of all, they make it so we have everything in our stores, so it's a necessity. And along with that, these trucks are so massive that there is no tolerance that can be had for people who don't speak English in this job. I am happy that our country is beginning to look safer now that those 10,000 non-English speakers are not going to be driving trucks. I believe that there are so many accidents and lives saved because of this. Would you triple check that you're subscribed to my channel, and also remember that we go live every single Friday. That is today, and I would love for you to join
Let's
us.
go,
I will
guys.
see you over there. Bye.
Women pepper sprays irritant on food. Wait, what? What the hell is this? Shocking moment, delivery driver sprays food with irritant?
What? I don't know if I should have hit that to begin with.
As my wife
Even
got
once.
it and began to eat, I was in the other room and I noticed her coughing and gasping, and then she threw up. Well, another hog for the pin.
Was she unhappy with the tip? Here's a receipt from the order. It shows they tipped $2 on the nearly $28 meal. That's just a 7% tip.
What charges could an individual face should this all hold up?
Potential charges could range from battery all the way up until food tampering is a level 5 felony.
This is crazy, isn't it? Jail? Well, it's obviously jail. I mean, like, you're literally poisoning somebody's food that you're giving them. Like, I think for doing something like this, you should go to jail for like 5 or 10 years. If somebody does this, you have to completely Old Testament them. That way, nobody else ever thinks about doing this. Because we have so many delivery drivers, we can't allow something like this to become normalized. So yeah, attempted murder, that would be fine. Yeah, I mean, why not? And if it's fatal and she did it on purpose, then she did attempt to murder, or at least manslaughter, right? You can't have a high trust society
What is
without high
that?
accountability. So you have to have this. You know, do you want to live in a world where this fat, retarded pig runs out and sprays pepper spray on your food? Absolutely not. So what you do is you put people like this in jail. You put them in jail,
Nice.
you keep them there.
Reset
At one
to
point in his
10.
career, Kabi Lami
Nice.
was everywhere.
I was
from
literally
partnering
at
with some of
30.
the
I
world's
was at,
biggest
like,
brands to
basically
famous
the
athletes
max.
striking his iconic pose for celebration, and even Fortnite releasing his very own skin. He seems to have conquered the internet, and this fame ultimately helped him become the biggest TikTok star in the world, with more than 160 million followers. But lately, that crown has started to slip. He's losing hundreds of thousands of followers month after month, and the general sentiment regarding his content has never been more negative. At this rate, this might just be the end of Kabi Lami's massive TikTok empire.
Oh, Kaby Lane? Yeah.
Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today
Is it
we are
Lami?
talking about the possible downfall of TikTok's biggest star, and uncovering why the internet turned against Kaby Lami. Let me know that you're still on my side by subscribing, and let's get on with the
I don't know, I
video.
think
But
that's
before
bad,
we can
but I'll
understand
wait
his
'cause I'm not
downfall, we need to look
100%
back at what made him so big in the first place. Karbane Sirijin Lami, or
I'm not
Kaby Lami, was born in
100% sure
Senegal
about
on
that.
March 9th,
That's
2000.
good.
A year later, his family moved to Italy, settling in a poor area outside of the city Turin. These circumstances marked most of Kabi's early life with financial struggles and limited opportunities. After school, he started working as a CNC machine operator at a factory to help support his family. But when the COVID pandemic hit, he was laid off in March 2020 and suddenly found himself stuck at home. And that's when he started posting on TikTok. His early videos videos were mostly him dancing and doing short comedy sketches, even though these videos did fairly well, earning him over 4,000 followers in the first month.
Mi spiegate perché su TikTok siamo così?
There was one problem. Kabi only knew Italian,
Cazzi, buongiorno. Buongiorno, un paio di cazzi. Oggi voglio interrogare.
and that language barrier limited his reach. So he started experimenting with videos where he didn't have to speak at all, opening him up to a more global audience. But the real breakthrough came on April 8th, 2021, when he posted a video reacting to a life hack.
I'm actually surprised Nice Daily has 14 million subscribers still. That's like top 1,000 maybe. Right now I'd say it's maybe top 2,000, but it's
This
pretty
otherwise
high.
simple video went viral overnight, gaining over 200 million
You know,
views
I'll-
and
I'm
over
pretty
32
sure that
million
was low,
likes.
but-
Building on that momentum, he posted a
That's
few more
really
similar
good
videos
for,
in the following days.
Far shot. Anyway.
And each one of these pulled similar numbers, turning him into an internet sensation practically overnight. To give you an idea of just how big of a phenomenon Kabi was, he gained over 50 million followers, a number most won't reach in their lifetime in less than 2 months.
Okay.
With every upload now
Why
pulling
are you
tens of
stopping
millions,
the
sometimes
talking?
even hundreds of millions of views, people loved his unique style of comedy and deadpan reactions. But more importantly, his silence made him relatable across every language and culture. He spoke 1,000 words without opening his mouth. My guy just explained everything with no words. This global appeal also came with massive partnership potential, and brands were quick to notice. By August 2021, he was collaborating with Italy's biggest soccer team to create content, and just months later signed a multi-year deal with Hugo Boss. But Kabi's meteoric rise wasn't all
Actually, that
sunshine
one
and
was good
rainbows.
anyways, but I
Behind the
wanted to allow
viral
it.
fame and brand deals,
For some
a few
reason, I
controversies
didn't
began
allow it.
threatening his perfect image, like in August 2021, right after he crossed the 100 million followers mark. Some of his old clips resurfaced on the internet, showing him making fun of people for their appearances. This understandably upset some viewers who called him out for body shaming. Can't believe they even followed him. Body shaming is so disgusting. That's so rude. I can't believe he would do that. Soon, entire accounts dedicated to cancelling Kabi started popping up on TikTok. Some fans defended him, arguing that he shouldn't be banned over jokes he made long ago. You guys are so dramatic. This was 8 months ago. Y'all getting mad over something a year ago. But as it turned out, the cancellation attempt wasn't even real. You see, Charli D'Amelio was still the most followed TikToker, but Kabi was quickly closing in and it looked like he'd surpass her soon. Allegedly, this caused a large number of her fans to begin flaming Kabi, hoping he'll stagnate before passing their favorite creator. They're cancelling Kabi because he's gonna pass Charli. In the end, the controversy didn't last long, and the accusations barely made a dent in Kabi's unstoppable rise. But soon, Kabi would find himself at the center of an even stranger allegation. Just weeks after the body shaming controversy, some people suddenly started unfollowing him on Instagram on October 6, 2021. This happened after he posted a story that read, "Say no to racism," and his next story revealed how some of his followers were bizarrely angry about his anti-racist stance. I'm seeing a lot of comments where people say, "I unfollow you because you did this video." I don't mind, guys. We are almost in 2022, and people still use racism because they have nothing to do in their life. You can also unfollow me. I don't care about the numbers. I care about your hearts. He followed this with an Instagram post where he was helping a white person pull a sword out of the ground.
What is it?
Stating, "In a racist society, it's not enough to be non-racist. We must be anti-racist." Though, despite the backlash, these petty scandals did little to slow him down, as he continued growing at an incredible pace. By June 2022, Kabi Lame had officially become the biggest creator on TikTok with over 142 million followers to his name. That same year, he also earned a spot on the Forbes 30 Under 30 list, and went on to win the International Content Creator category at the well
Black
streaming
Lives Matter
awards. This
took
also allowed him to
anti-racism.
partner with some of the biggest brands in the world, such as Xbox, Pepsi, and
Because a
Kellogg's.
branch of them started like stealing.
He has also continued his spot at the top of TikTok over the years, but recently, Kabi's unstoppable reign on TikTok is slipping right through his fingers. Since August 2024, his account has been on a losing streak, shedding a huge number of followers almost every single month. To put things into perspective, he's lost 500,000 followers in the last 2 months alone. And it's not just the followers, most of his recent uploads are also struggling to cross the 10 million views mark. And while those numbers might sound impressive for most creators, they're a massive drop from the tens of millions of views he was pulling just a couple of years ago. Scrolling through his comment sections on his recent uploads paints an even more alarming picture, with most of the top comments being nothing but negative. It's time to retire, Unk. Unk's still dragging it. Even the ones that aren't outright hating are only there to declare just how much they miss the old Kabi Lami. So what exactly is pulling TikTok's biggest star down this path of irrelevancy? One possible reason for this sudden drop might be the simple fact that Kabi just isn't posting as much anymore. At his peak, he was uploading every single day, sometimes multiple times a day, but now it's only a few videos each month. And even then, most of these posts are clearly sponsored, but the real reason behind his decline might go a lot deeper than that. The thing is, ever since Kabi first blew up, his content has largely stayed the same. For nearly 4 years, he's been doing the same comedy sketches and reaction-style videos, pointing out obvious solutions with the same old deadpan expression.
There's a bit more Jews than Muslims in the US.
While that formula
Precisely,
once made
there's
him
a
a global
lot when there's
sensation,
like
it's
2
starting to feel
times more
repetitive,
Jews
and people
than-
have grown tired of seeing it on their For You page. Kabi Lami is extremely overrated,
Yeah, they
and I
do
don't get
more
what makes his
stuff than
content
him.
funny or original.
The thing
All his
is,
videos are basically just stealing someone's video, then adding his reaction at the end,
I think
which is
Jeffrey
basically him
Epstein
doing a
did a
duck face
lot
while
to
pulling out
worsen
some dry
the
joke
Jewish
that people somehow find
image.
hilarious.
But
Many
the
also
thing
think
is,
that he's
it's
now
crazy
forcing the
because
formula
there's so
by
many
reacting to life hacks that are clearly
Arabs
meant to be
that do
jokes
the
in the
same
first
thing,
place.
but for
I liked
some
his
reason,
intention at the beginning
I think
with
the
the rise
Arab
of stupid
image
life
is a
hacks on
bit,
TikTok, but now
like,
he is really out of ideas
It's
and
only
totally
a
misses
bit
the point
worse
of
than
some
the
TikToks.
Jewish image
90%
for
of
some
TikToks
reason,
are low
even
effort
though
and
it's only
completely missing the
Jeffrey
point of
Epstein
TikToks he's making
and a
fun
couple
of.
of
And
spy
that might just
agencies
explain
in
the sudden
Israel
decline
that
in his
aren't
followers.
operating
Kabi's silent comedy worked at the start because it was new, but after
like
years of
smart
milking it with little to no
organizations in Israel
innovation, it
that
has lost its
just
charm,
are
leaving
taking
Kami
things
stuck in a
too
strange
far.
spot. He's grown so big that anytime he posts, he risks boring out some of his old audience, but changing it might alienate the followers who made him famous in the first place. That said, maybe that's fine. Maybe this decline isn't as bad as it seems at a first glance, because while his numbers on TikTok are dropping, Kabi seems to be setting his sights beyond social media. He has already made his big TV debut by becoming a judge in the 13th season of Italia's Got Talent. Earlier this year, he was also invited to the Met Gala, allowing him to share the red carpet with some of the biggest names in pop culture, and he's even started to make his way into Hollywood, appearing in a cameo role in the Will Smith movie Bad Boys.
See, you put your gun away. He's putting his gun away.
Kabi has often talked about his dream of working in movies, and with reports of his very own film, Zero Zero Kabi,
At least
now in
there's
the
a
works,
chatter,
that
even
dream
though
might
that's like the
finally be
worst
turning
type
into a
of
reality.
chatter.
So while his TikTok
I
era
have
may be
those,
slowing
that's like
down,
the most
Kabi
common
Lami's story
chatter
might just be
doing that
entering a brand new
specific
chapter.
Wait, no. Go end training. We go here, and for some reason, I still need to get the control R home. 15%, not 14 anymore. Okay, I'm getting a bit tired. The thing is, 12 a.m. and 11 a.m. start. That's fine. I'll sleep like this normally. Wait, what? No more videos? That's so fast. Even 3 minutes is so fast, even for what we're doing. So everyone is mad, but I don't care about that. Why is it deserved and what? Actually, sure. I'll allow that. Actually, I'm getting it tired enough. What's the length? Yeah, that sounds about right.
Is this post
That's
fake?
enough.
This is a very real video for those asking. Because I stopped watching it the other day because I said to myself,
You
"There's
know,
no
maybe
way
I'm probably
this is
even
real."
tired enough
Let's see
to
it.
not go.
Who is this guy? Come with me, come with me. Here we go. Look, now he's running. There he is, he's running away. What's going on? You got a problem with us live streaming or what?
I mean, this ain't where you're from.
Is there a problem with me being here? You're a white person. What was that?
You can see why I thought this was fake, right?
Y'all don't pay the stolen land tax?
You're white as well.
Whenever I heard that, I was like, "There's no way. This has got to be a meme."
Oh, dude, I don't know what you're trying to say.
And you're whiter than him, Ability.
You're white as well. I don't understand where you're coming from.
Because you gotta take accountability for it. Accountability for what?
Accountability for what? Yeah.
Systemic problems.
Wait,
Wait, but I can say the exact same thing to you.
You can,
And you're occupying this
and
space.
he should.
Yeah.
He should be calling out people. Honestly, he
Who
and I
is
deserve
we?
to be robbed.
You say we deserve to be robbed.
Yeah.
Okay, take his iPhone. Take it. Take it.
I use it for mutual aid. You want to help
I use it for mutual aid. Okay, you deserve to rob? All right, take his iPhone. If this is real, I love this guy. This is amazing.
Take his iPhone.
You just said you didn't want it. Give me
Dude,
it.
I use this to help people. I help Rhonda. I help my friend Corey.
You just said
I
you
help
deserve to be
my
robbed,
friend
though.
I help so many people that need this.
But you just said you deserve to be robbed.
It seems like
So-
You
so-
need this.
He needs a phone. He needs a phone. Help him out. He needs a phone.
You want this phone? Come get it. Come get it.
He said he deserves to be robbed.
You know what?
It's
Cody?
real.
Oh
I
my
think so.
god. They're gonna punk this guy out of his iPhone for being a cuck.
Come get
Look,
it.
We can do that.
Look,
Come
now
get
look,
it.
We
take
can
the
do
phone.
Kofi.
No, you said you deserve to be robbed, though.
I use this
Break
for
this
mutual
bitch
aid.
in my hand.
You'll be hurting people.
Who?
You'll be hurting my friend Corey.
How?
My friend Corey needs resources.
Okay.
They're actually gonna
I don't
force him
think
out
he
of
should
phone.
have
I want to see
shot
this.
that. That was extremely risky. I don't even know how
Where's
that
my
worked.
$30?
I don't want to be robbed. We're not gonna let these kids rob him. But
Uh-huh.
see what happens when he says, "I deserve to be robbed," and then he gets robbed. See what happens?
They
He
should
doesn't
take the
wanna
phone.
get robbed because nobody wants.
In my opinion, I think they should take the phone. Because they're never gonna understand it until it happens.
Huh?
You should be.
Should be what?
You should be upset with people like me.
I am. That's why I'm finna rob you, dumbass. The fuck?
That's why I'm finna rob you, dumbass.
I mean,
Why?
you
Because
you
you're
can't-
on indigenous land, not your
Yeah.
land. My people's land. Fuck is you talking about? No. I can do whatever
He's using the voice against him.
the fuck I please on my land.
I got $10.
Give me $10.
Man, I know you got more than $30.
Damn, that was really
No
good.
way. 3 of them just spawned in. 3 of them just fucking spawned in right here.
Bet you got
Go to the bank. Go to the bank.
Go to the bro. Oh, I don't have any money. Go to the bank.
Not what?
Wait, we still getting the phone. Let me get the phone.
Oh, we still getting the phone. Let me get the phone. So he gives them the money, and then they say, okay, well, now I want the phone too.
You see how the cycle works? I said I wouldn't take the phone. My little on the other hand.
So he's got all these kids that are lining up to have some stuff stolen from. You can't make this up. I love this. In this specific instance, I would be okay with a black guy robbing a white man. I think that we all would. I think that we need to see more of this. Now, I'm not advocating for committing crime, but I am saying that if that's what's happened to them, you wouldn't have any more of these people.
You should be upset with people like me.
I am. That's why I'm finna rob you, dumbass. The fuck?
In a world of soulless corporations pretending to care about users for profit, Duolingo managed to become the ideal example of how a billion-dollar company should build a genuine connection with their users. From expertly marketing their mascot Duo the Owl with relatable memes, to having a mission of making the world a better place, Duolingo has always had a place in the heart of its users. Unfortunately, one out-of-touch decision has completely derailed the relationship and forced many of their most dedicated users to quit using the app entirely. Should I kill my streak over this AI BS? To make matters worse, their uncanny response to the situation only pushed fans further away and strengthens the notion that they didn't really understand their users.
That's when I would. Wait, it's 247. Wait, I wouldn't even forfeit. I would need one more go.
You have seen this video? Oh no, my plan has worked.
But I don't think he's gonna forfeit at all.
It is time we show them who's in charge.
It's forfeit both ways now.
I create weekly YouTube
Forfeit because of the
documentaries,
240
and
and
today we'll be
because of
examining the
6
rapid
now.
reputational
So it's like
downfall
double,
of
it's like a
Duolingo,
4.
what they did to turn their user base against them,
Even,
and
yeah,
why their
that's like a
attempts to quell the
start forfeit. I would
controversy
even
only
start.
intensified it. Duolingo is one of those companies that seems capable of doing the impossible. Not only did they turn a free product into a profitable business worth over $20 billion, but they also managed to do it while staying true to the values the company was founded on. However, getting to that level of success wouldn't have been possible without a seemingly unshakable connection with their users. For those unfamiliar with Duolingo, it's a language learning app that uses game-like mechanics to keep users engaged and assists them at achieving fluency in a given language. The app's bright colors, leaderboards, streaks, and the iconic mascot, Duo the Owl, are all surface-level hooks designed to keep users coming back to all the lessons. According to their website, Duolingo's mission is to create a free language education alternative available to everyone. This mission was so compelling that even before Duolingo's launch in late 2012, the app had over 500,000 users on their waitlist. By the end of the following year, that number had grown to over 5 million users. While being completely free was enough to bring in users, it wouldn't be enough to keep the company in business long term. This problem pushed Duolingo's founders, Louis von Ahn and Severin Hacker, to find alternative ways to generate revenue beyond charging users up front. Louis already had experience monetizing a free product when he created the website security service Captcha, but doing the same with a language learning product wouldn't be as easy. From experimenting with the ideas of selling user-made translations to including ads after lessons, Duolingo's founders spent the first 5 years of the company's existence searching for a way to generate sustainable cash flow from their users. Since they couldn't monetize Duolingo right away, the developers focused exclusively on improving the user experience and quality of lessons to maximize the time users spent engaging with the app.
And that's not paid user retention, that's just free. We were not making any money. For the first 5 years of Duolingo, we made $0. Like, we were not making any money. And because we were not making any money, we also weren't spending any money on marketing. So there was kind of nothing to do. We weren't spending any money on marketing, so there was not much to do there. We weren't making any money, so there was not much to do in terms of like working on the monetization of Duolingo or anything like that. The only things we could work on are teach better and keep people engaged. And so that's all we did. For 5 years, we simply made the product stickier and stickier. And it really made a big difference.
While improving the Duolingo experience required continuous modifications, the development team didn't know or couldn't pinpoint which changes were making things enticing for users versus simply driving retention metrics.
Two things were happening. Number one, we would add the stream and we couldn't tell if the thing was better or not because we would see that the metrics were like either kind of flat, but if they were flat, we always found an explanation like, oh, it's because this week is Thanksgiving or whatever it is, and that's why. Normally we would have gone down, but because we added the screen, we didn't go down or something like that, like whatever. We just couldn't tell if things were actually helping or not. And in addition to that, we couldn't tell which idea was good and which wasn't because we're like, well, if we couldn't tell if that was a good thing or not, we, I don't know, was that a good idea or not? And so at some point it occurred to us, you know what, we should actually run one A/B test and figure out if that thing was actually good. I remember we ran a test. I don't remember exactly what the feature was, but I remember there was like 4 options, and each one of us bet on which the option was going to be best. And we thought of ourselves as very good product people, and it turned out none of us were right.
From then on, changes to Duolingo were almost exclusively done through rigorous testing paired with user feedback. This feedback loop of testing features to identify and modify user metrics eventually gave rise to some of Duolingo's gamified components like XP, hearts, and leaderboards. The most important feature to come out of this testing cycle was the streak system. Every day users complete their lessons, they're congratulated by the app's mascot Duo and have their streak count go up by 1 day. This naturally kept users invested in returning to the app, but it was the developers handling the notifications that reminded users of their streak that really got them hooked, with notifications like, "Hi, it's Duo, make your screen time count, take a quick Japanese lesson now," and "Hi, I miss you, do you want to practice your Spanish today?" Like a friend or tutor trying to get you to study more, Duo the Owl built an emotional connection with users and gently nudged users to return to the app. However, these notifications weren't sent out randomly or in perpetuity. If users didn't respond, they'd receive this borderline guilt-tripping message from Duo. "These reminders don't seem to be working. We'll stop sending them for now." This choice to respect their users proved highly effective in bringing them back to the app.
We've always stopped sending notifications. We stopped using Duolingo. So if you don't use Duolingo, we stop after it used to be about 5 days. We're like, okay, after 5 days, whatever, you've given up. We're not going to spam you forever. And it occurred to me, you know what? If we're going to stop we may as well tell people that we're stopping. Why not? So the last notification on the 5th day that we started sending was, these reminders don't seem to be working. We're going to stop sending them for now, or something to that effect. It turned out that really got people to come back because they, it's this passive aggressive thing that they felt bad that Duolingo was giving up on them. And that is the first glimmer of personality that was just like, oh, this owl really wants me to be there, and he's going to be passive aggressive. And I think that's kind of what gave rise to a lot of the memes, but I mean, we didn't. And so the personality of the owl has really evolved over time, and it's been kind of co-created by a lot of different Duolingo employees, but also by the community.
Around the same time users were receiving these emotionally charged notifications, the meme of Duo the owl being an evil owl who resorted to any method necessary to get users to continue their lessons began to take shape online. Even the social media team behind Duolingo began feeding into the meme with ominous Twitter posts. The fanfare around Duo's antics transformed the streak system from an obligation to a badge of honor that saw users maintain their streaks for years. As the infamy of Duolingo streaks increased, so did the number of active users, growing from a few million to tens of millions of users. To make it easier for users to keep their streak and generate some revenue, the developers introduced streak freezes that could be purchased with the app's premium currency. This ultimately gave the Duolingo developers the breathing room to add to the Duolingo Plus subscription, which gave users infinite lives to answer the questions without worrying about mistakes, and an extra streak freeze every month. Acting and adjusting their product based on user feedback allowed Duolingo's developers to effectively leverage their mascot to retain existing user engagement while drawing in fresh users. However, they had only scratched the surface of Duo's marketing potential, and were about to discover just how impactful their little green friend was on fans. Between 2020 and 2021, the management at Duolingo decided to pay more attention to marketing and public relations by advertising their product on social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram. Most companies push their products on social media very directly, but the marketing team behind Duolingo wanted to interact with fans more subtly. While they did start with generic posts like 10 words of X language, it wasn't until one of their social media marketing leads, Zaria Parvez, came up with the idea to use the company's mascots in videos they saw gain any real traction.
An office for the first time. Like, I always say the reason why our TikTok was so successful is because I didn't really know all that much about advertising, if I'm being honest. Like, I was a new grad. I kind of had fresh eyes on it, and I remember walking into the office, and this is like after pandemic, I don't know, but when the office opened for the first time and things were coming back to normal, and I walk into the office and there was this big green owl, which is the suit we all know and love today, just sitting in the corner. And I was like, that is so freaking weird. Like, why is it just there? No one's reacting, whatever. And at the time, it was just meant for like people team stuff where they go to recruiting events and then the owl pops up. And I was like, what if I just like, and I love TikTok on my own, like I was already consuming it. And I was like, what if I just make like a funny piece of content off of this? And it was nothing crazy risky. It was nothing like, I would say to the extent of what you may see Duo's TikTok do today, but it was just different. It was unexpected and no brand was doing it yet. And I think that was kind of our insight. And it was like these small human moments that I think has made our TikTok kind of blow up.
Zaria already had experience with what made viral content on TikTok, and did her best to integrate that with Duo's pre-existing meme status online. With every viral post, interest in Duo, and by extension Duolingo, increased exponentially.
Yeah.
This growth was only multiplied by the fact that people were stuck indoors during the pandemic and desperately needed something both engaging and productive to pass the time. By the end of 2021, the Duolingo TikTok page had garnered 100 million views and over 1 million followers. This strategy of focusing on entertaining viewers first and then getting them to learn second would truly set Duolingo apart on social media.
That's what we're learning, is that like people don't come to social to learn a language, and very few people actually care about our app.
That actually could work in my game,
like,
now that I think about it.
People
No,
will be
not
like
too
complaining
tired
about
now,
how they got a C-
for
in
sure.
Spanish and how much they hate language learning. Maybe they'll insult our app, or they'll just confuse us with like Dua Lipa. Like, that is what people are talking about when it comes to social and language learning. Like, they genuinely, very few, some must, but very few
Some
people
girls
care
don't
what Duolingo
talk.
has to say about the
I
new
don't
slang
like some
or, like, it's
girls.
just
I hate
not
how they
something that they're going
talk.
to
Like
social
I
for. They're
hate their
going for
voice,
either a
and
break
this
or
is
for
one of
entertainment.
them.
component.
The growth brought
But
on by
it's
their
sad
expansion
because,
into
like,
social
there's
media
nothing to
couldn't
do
have come at a
about it.
better time, as Duolingo's founders took the company public in July of 2021. This change meant user growth and revenue numbers were even more vital to Duolingo's survival and keeping shareholders happy. As time passed, Duolingo's marketing team relied more and more on their mascots to market the app, and even went as far as
Britain
growing a
is
cast of side
actually a bit
characters
worse
with
than
in-depth
Twitter
lore.
even.
They even ran a whole advertising campaign around the evil Duo meme.
Has your family been
Similar
taken by
to
a
Britain.
corporate mascot? Were you extorted by an enormous green owl? Have you been physically or emotionally injured by Duolingo? Did you want to learn a new language but lost your streak and your loved ones? Did you receive disturbing threats such as Spanish or vanish, French or the trench, Japanese or broken knees? If you're a victim of the Duolingo owl, you're not alone. Hi, I'm Peter Francis Manchetti, attorney at law. Over the past decade, I've recovered 537 family members, friends, and precious pets from Duo. Now let me and my elite team of legal professionals at Manchetti & Sons LLC fight for you.
Learning a new language was supposed to be fun and easy. Well, if you've ever been thrown in the trunk of a
Yeah.
car and driven across state lines by a huge green owl, you know
Think
that
this
there's
is
nothing
new.
fun and easy about Duolingo.
You don't
Within a few years of bouncing between improving the app and engaging with users on social media, Duolingo's monthly active users had grown to over 100 million and almost 10 million paying users. At this point, it seemed like
actually
Duolingo's
pretty
business
low.
metrics could only go up,
Lower
and they'd
than I
forever
thought.
remain the untouchable king of educational apps. However, one
That's
or
like
two short-sighted,
Twitch, or a bit
cost-saving
less than
tactics were
Twitch.
about to significantly handicap their growth. In January 2024, Duolingo announced that they had laid off 10% of their contract staff due to increased productivity brought on by AI technologies. As you'd imagine, users weren't too happy about this change, not only for the people who had
Yeah,
lost their
that looks
jobs, but also for
half
the
or even
inferior
less than
quality
half
of
of
generative
Twitter.
AI when it came to teaching
I heard
users. Have you
Pinterest
noticed
is
how
a
spell check is getting progressively worse? It's because they've incorporated
I
AI
was
into
gonna hit
it,
that,
and
so
AI
good
doesn't
job.
actually
Hit-
think, it just
I
looks
didn't
at
even
trends.
hit
If everyone misspells prepare as prepare, pretty soon spellcheck will tell you that prepare is wrong and that you want to correct it to prepare, because the AI will believe that's correct, and that will cause a feedback loop as people let autocorrect make incorrect corrections. It will reinforce those mistakes. Other users would go as far as canceling their subscriptions to the app
Oh,
due
and
to the bots in
Duolingo.
the AI-generated lessons. Utilizing AI tools is something
But
that
I think
shareholders
even
expect from
Apple
almost
has
every
pretty
tech company. However, the problem lies in how much they rely on AI and how it affects the livelihood of their employees. Depending on generative content to fill their learning content would severely dilute the app's quality. Using AI to substitute their work would diminish the humanity that made Duolingo what it is. From their marketing to the language material in their app, Duolingo was created by humans for humans, and anything that undermines
Just
their
like
reality would do
Bitcoin.
catastrophic downfall to their platform. Developers at Duolingo need that attitude of testing features properly with user feedback now more than ever. Sadly, the allure of high productivity with generative tech was too much for the leadership at Duolingo to ignore, as they fully jumped on the AI hype train and steamrolled their reputation. Around late April 2025, Duolingo CEO shared an email announcing the company's new direction
That
as,
was a
quote,
very
an AI-first company, and framed it as a critical business move for the future of their app. Reading, AI is already changing how work gets done. It's not a question of if or when.
I don't know,
It's
I
happening
easily
now.
could have
When there's a
gotten
shift
that.
this big, the worst
There
thing you
wasn't
can
even
do
a
is wait.
fake.
In
I
2012, we
don't
bet on
get it.
mobile, while others
It's
were
just
focused on
a bad-
mobile companion apps for websites.
Why,
We
I
decided to build mobile first because we saw it was the future. That decision helped us win the 2013 iPhone App of the Year and unlocked the organic word-of-mouth growth that followed. Following
I
this, the
can
email
believe
highlights the impact of AI on how much
That
content
makes
is
sense.
produced and
Duolingo
the
is
changes
still a
they'd be
huge
making
app.
to their workforce in response. Reading, it helps us to get closer to our mission. To teach well, we need to create a massive amount of content, and doing that manually doesn't scale. One of the best decisions we made recently was replacing a slow manual content creation process with one powered by AI. Without AI, it would take us decades to scale
I
our
don't know how I
content
did
to
that.
more learners. We owe it to our learners to
would
get them this
probably
content
be my
ASAP.
best
We'll gradually stop stop using contractors to do work that AI
That
can
was pretty
handle.
good.
It goes without saying, but discussions like this around AI and automation often don't go over well with fans.
It's harder
The
than
backlash to this email was immediate and intense. Some users either considered or outright ended their multi-year
honest,
streaks
I
on
don't even
protest,
care
while
about
others
saving
started petitions against Duolingo's AI integrations. Around this time, more and more users began complaining about the errors and bugs in the app. As one user put it, "Look at that garbage English translation. A completely nonsense sentence. I have an almost 1700-day streak, but I'm ready to walk away if this is what sort of stuff the AI translations are providing. I have no confidence that what I'm learning is correct if it spews out this kind of slop." All this fed into the sentiment that Duolingo had become a subpar language learning program, and some users even suggested that people boycott the company en masse.
We have to fucking boycott any company that says they're AI first. And yes, I'm talking about companies like Duolingo, because this whole idea of replacing human beings with AI is only going to get worse if we don't take a stand now. And I'm sick and tired of all these stupid ass CEOs acting like AI is going to make everybody's life better. Not if you take people's ability to make income. Because
Yeah,
how
but this
are
is
they going to
forever,
survive?
yeah, probably.
And what's even more annoying is hearing people try to downplay AI as if it's not going to replace the majority of people's jobs, comparing it to other advancements in technology in the past. This shit is not the same. Like, these companies are all trying to convince us that AI is just going to help us do our jobs better, when in reality, companies are starting to come out and say that they are going to use AI first before they hire people. And honestly, it might already be too late, but we're still early enough to where we can try to do something. So if you hear of a company doing this and not hiring people or firing
So
people
there is,
because of
I
AI,
think
boycott them, unfollow them,
I
stop
might
using
even
their products,
resign.
delete them from your
No, I
apps,
won't.
because at the end of the day, all
Close
they're really
though.
trying
It's
to
close to
do is to
resign.
make more profit.
If we score one more, that's a resign.
Duolingo initially didn't respond to users' concerns. Instead, they made all the content on their social media platforms private. Naturally, users assumed that this was just a ploy to get people's attention and set up another marketing stunt, with the user stating, "Probably a publicity stunt like always, getting ready to talk about chess probably." As predicted, Duolingo's PR team came out with a response video, but it wasn't what fans expected. On the 20th of May 2025, Duolingo released a video on their social media titled "The Truth," exposing Duolingo, in which an individual wearing a three-eyed Duo mask tries to sympathize with users.
Hello, world. I'm a part of Duolingo's social team, and it's time you all learn the truth. Enough is enough. If you
I think this is literally the best time to
I've had it with the CEOs and those in power. It is time we show them who's in charge. We taught the green bird how to twerk. We put him on the map, only for the
What? That's so weird. That was actually so weird. To be honest. I can't believe they made that video. Bro, I'm even more terminally online more than I should be here, and he's complaining about me not replying for Discord in like 20 minutes. Bro, literally, even like your girlfriend in WhatsApp, like that's not even a long time to reply for a girlfriend in WhatsApp. Like, I don't get how he's this. Hopefully he's not in chat right now. But yeah, I want to play with him. Yeah. Okay, well, see you guys. Bye.